So, we're gonna try something a bit more structured than usual this time around. This is gonna be my leveling guide or somehow demonstration for for leveling a saboteur with the goal of Poison Seismic Trap later on. We're gonna use Spectral Helix. You can obviously use this leveling guide for anything. You just might need to adjust the tree a bit. But it's specifically made for my version of a Poison Seismic Trapper. The whole thing is going to be step-by-step leveling from Acts 1 to 4, mainly because in Acts 1 to 3 and a bit into 4, that's where the entire meat is. After that, it's essentially running. There's a single gem you get later on. So that's where the meat is of the entire leveling. In terms of structure, this time around I have chapters for each act, and at the beginning of the chapter there's like an overview for each act. So you can skip through and just have a look at the overview, and then if you care, you can watch like a demonstration of a random, rather average run, maybe a bit on the lucky side. So you can watch the actual demonstration, routing, decision making if you care. If not, you can also just skip through all of that. I'm gonna try to go rather slowly, take the time to explain some of the layouts as well, but step by step what to do, not go too fast, no doing anything while moving if possible. The POB you see here, that's the one for my leveling guide or my league start guide. Actually, you also find the POB in the league start guide because I only want one space to update this. Also make sure whenever you use it, go back to the league start guide and re-import the POB as it is changing. There's also a change log there, so as I update things, so you have the most up-to-date version. Especially if you find if I find some errors, this is going to be updated also with patch notes and things like that. Just go back to league start guide and get it back. POB itself, you can just go to POB, like skip the video, just get the POB. It contains leveling trees. We have all the leveling gems here, like all the gem swapping, the things you need to do by act and everything. There's also then later on, obviously, more things. There's some Hover Me things with explanations for items and obviously later on gear sets. And there's an extensive note section, which is essentially what I'm gonna tell you now, especially the leveling section. It's basically a bit of a sum up there of these overview things. Entire overview of the leveling itself. This is like the end game tree. That's the end of the leveling tree. Pretty solid. Or pretty standard towards Trapper. We already prepared our trap swap here, or starting to prepare it. Then you actually get into the trapping thing, but that's basically the helix part. And in terms of skills, we go with splitting steel, right, into Spectral Helix. We use Spectral Helix all the way until Act 10, killing Kitava, preparing everything. And the final links would probably be something like Spectral Helix, Onslaught, Chance to Poison, and Vicious Projectiles, faster attacks before Act 6. So that's like the 4 link. The rest is just, we also use a Plague Bearer. The rest is just some auras. So that's like the general overview where we go, and we pick up most things between Acts 1 and 3. And then that's pretty much it. One more gem in Act 6, and then, yeah, obviously in Act 6 get the additional gems you need for later. That's the high-level overview, I would say. And high-level tree progression looks like this. We go over here, then we pick up more damage and things. Go up here, more reservation. That fixes that. Also, that's already to have even more reservation things. And then, yeah, we already get into trap swap preparation. So let's do this. Act 1. That's like the most complicated thing in the entire run. Like entire leveling, Act 1 seems really complicated. It is somewhat complicated. We're gonna break it down step by step. I'm gonna give you a quick overview for now, but as soon as you're done with Act 1, smooth sailing, just a lot to do, essentially. First, we're gonna mule Chance to Bleed and Splitting Steel from a duelist, because we're gonna need these things. Overall, during Act 1, we're going to do a lot of vendor checking because we need certain links. We need green, green, red first. And for our main skill later, we need green, green, green. So that's like 2 links we're looking out for. We would like to find some movement speed. So lots of vendor checking there. Overall, I already said we're going to use Splitting Steel until the pirate guy, and then we swap into Spectral Helix. So by the end of Act 1, we're going to have a free linked Spectral Helix with chance to poison and onslaught. We ideally have 2 claws already, or we need to have 2 claws at this point. We're going to have our 3 different movement skills. We need a blue socket for one of them. We're going to have a Quicksilver Flask. On our way for Act 1, what you really need to look out for next to the standard stuff like flasks and whatever, we're going to need 2-hand swords first. We need to be on the lookout for claws during the entire act, just so we have some to swap into. Iron Ring for Brutus would be really, really cool. And Cold Resistance for Mervale would also be really cool. Step 1. Create a duelist. Throwaway character. So you can delete it afterwards, but we need to mule stuff. Let's do our usual inventory sorting here. Make sure you have the correct filter, right? I'm going to use tytykiller's melee filter, which you can subscribe to. It's public. And we just need to get to town first. It's our first objective. Don't really need to kill anything. Like the first zombie you need to kill, sure. But not much to kill here. Just run through. I like to rock on the bottom, because you always run into this. Pick up your chance to bleed there. And then keep on the right side, right hand side here. And just run to the boss. No need to kill anything. Can I move out there? Gonna cost you a bit of time, but getting Splitting Steel is so good in a league start scenario. Always the same with this boss. You're gonna like stutter step kind of counterclockwise. Make sure it's counterclockwise so you don't get hit. Pick up everything here. It's like the last time we pick up white items, but yeah, in this case we do. Said I'm gonna do stuff slowly, try to, so everything is easy to see. Step 1 done, you got to town. That's really, really cool. So what we need to do is get to Dark Light. We get Splitting Steel, so we have everything we need, and we need to vendor check. Don't forget to vendor check. Look for your links, and possibly also a Corroded Blade already. Like here's one, this will guarantee me that I can use my skills. So I'm already gonna pick up a Corroded Blade. I actually don't need to, I have one in my inventory. So I would buy this one if I didn't have one, but make sure you have a Corroded Blade. Other links, I really didn't find any, didn't see any, no free links. Let's look for movement speed. We did find movement speed here, so I'm definitely gonna buy this item here. But nothing else I can spot. So we're gonna, I'd like to vendor already, so it's not that many items, right? I want this one. I want the leather cap probably. I don't need this. And I probably don't need a chain belt. Go to your chest. Get a chance to bleed from this guy. You don't need double strike. Don't worry about it. Put everything you got into your inventory. You can log out. And now we can create our actual character. That's gonna be a shadow. First objective here, get to town. Same thing again. Maybe double check your filter, sort your inventory, get your movement skill ready. Equip this, and we're off again.
Is it possible to murder someone who's already dead?
Keeping right hand side again. It's always a straight line. Pretty much the same. Chest always really soon. You can't miss. I never miss the chest by going bottom right. There should be like a narrow path here. They kind of made sure map design wise that you can't miss it. I think there's no way to actually miss it, which is kind of neat. So also can have our movement skill here as well. Same again. Find the guy counterclockwise and hit him. With Viper Strike it's a bit different. The skill is a bit slower. so it's a bit harder to get 2 attacks in between his 1 attack. So you might get hit. Send here. 1, 2, move. Get hit. Make sure you use your flasks. Poison him while he's in his animation, because your poison is gonna tick outside of it then. Again, pick up everything, and you did the first step. You made it to town. So, because we already have inventory clutter here, we're gonna see. I like to just like quickly go sell everything I definitely don't need. I'm not gonna need the bow, I'm not gonna need this thing. Might want to keep a chest piece. I already know I have links, so this is probably fine. Not this one as well. Just sell all that stuff. We can keep this one around, right? So we can now pick up everything we muled earlier, right? So we have our second mana flask guaranteed. Keep these around for a bit. We need this for upgrading. We have our chance to poison, which we need. We don't need Viper Strike, and you could sell this or destroy it. Doesn't matter, it's a white item. You always get, on every new character, you get one of these, right? You're gonna have these 2 weapons guaranteed. I like them in my offhand because you give us colors for leveling. Gonna put chance to poison into one of them. We don't need it right now, but we're gonna need it later. So offhand leveling it is. We do have a corroded blade already. If not, we're gonna check at the vendor in a second. Don't want to equip this because of movement speed. We have splitting steel with chance to bleed. This one we can use later for creating a ring if we want to. So in this case again, we want to do vendor checking here. You don't need anything. You can take any blue gem, so you can make a ring out of it later. Again, look for your links, triple green or green, green, red. We already have a triple green here, so we're gonna have this. We're gonna take this essentially. I can keep this in our inventory, so we don't need it right now. And also make sure to check for movement speed. I know we have, but you might not. Just want to remind you. Didn't find anything. Put your skill point in and double check with the guide. Did you do all the things? You did. Really cool. And yeah, also walk this way maybe. Really quick how the splitting steel works, a bit weird. You kind of need to press Call of Steel, and if you press it and wait a bit, you get like these shards. And now if you attack, it's gonna throw one of them, right? Each time. If you press it again, you get it back. So that's what we're gonna. That's how this works. Like if your buff is gone, you're not gonna deal any damage. Just make sure you pull your blades back, which also deals damage. Here, also recommend to keep right hand side. There's a bunch of layouts, but it's pretty safe to keep riding the right hand side wall. Take any nut you can get into, and you're gonna find the exit. It's definitely to the right, like up there, always there somewhere. If you hear a crazy lady laughing, then that's the zone boss. You don't want to mess with her. She's kind of strong. No need to kill anything here, by the way. It's like kind of a waste of time. You can, if you feel like it, but you don't need it XP-wise. So again, we're still riding right-hand side. We already see the waypoint there. So if you get like the direction from the start, it's always there somewhere, or typically it's there somewhere. Make sure you take the waypoint. And then we're gonna go into the mud flasks. Flats? Mud flats, not flasks. God damn it. And here, roars. Very crazy creatures. Very bad. Hurt a lot. Might stun lock you, so don't mess with them. Life flasks are really cool. Look for like any gear you can equip. You already see 2 of these not things, these quest things here. We need to find 3 of them. They're either in a triangle or in a line configuration. So we had one just where we were. Here's the next one. So we're gonna figure out if we have a triangle or not. Triangle is most likely, to be fair. Just gonna move a bit to the left and see if the triangle is there. And it is. So we have this triangle situation. Dodge the roars. Don't die to roars. If you do, it's no big deal. It's entirely fair and possible to die to Roars. They're just really annoying, right? Just take it slow. Dying costs you a lot of time, right? Ideally, you want to be level 3.5. We're already 4, so that's really cool. And then go up-ish, somewhere on the upper wall. You're gonna find the exit. Put the thing in. Go in here. Let's put in some skill points. I'm gonna move all the way over here. Skill point wise, take the waypoint here. Portal back to the coast. You can control click it, like control left click to make a new area in case there's like a lot of monsters around it or the zone boss that follow you to the waypoint, which happens. Yeah, you don't want to deal with that. You can always create a new zone by control clicking on where you want to go. So in this case, always go clockwise from the exit. This is an island, which is like a round situation. You always go clockwise if you, unless you know how the layout actually works, but most of the time it's clockwise. With this guy, I like to get really close to him because then he stops doing, oh god damn it. Yeah, he stops doing the spell if you get close enough and do the counterclockwise movement, then he stops using that. Pick up what you can. Why not? Amulet. You can log out here. Make sure you get the portal scroll. There's one. We will need it. Don't use it there, please. We will need it. So we are again back to town. So we can do inventory sorting, right? You can equip this. You can identify boots, but I already have movement speed boots. I don't really want these. I already have a blue socket. None of this will be actually good. So I don't want to identify anything more. Here, make sure you get your Quicksilver and Onslaught. So technically we could use a free link now. You can also sell some items. Already have this, already have that double, so I don't need this anymore. I have my typical links twice, which is cool. I also would like to sell 3 of the same flask, right? To upgrade, one of them I have. You can hide your pop-ups. And in this case also we don't need this anymore, right? So, also good. Tytykiller guy here, again, we don't need any of this. So like pick whatever you want. Have it for upgrades. I like Frostblink more than Dash. So I'm gonna take Frostblink. We have a blue socket. Again, vendor check. Triple green or maybe a green, green, red. Let's see. Didn't find any of that, which is really unfortunate. Also make sure to check for movement speed. We cannot use Onslaught, which is sad, but we just still gonna level it because we need it later. So this is kind of done. Next time we come back is after doing the crab boss when we arrive at prison. I'm gonna show you some tricks here. In here you kind of go top right-ish. It's a rough direction and we are looking for a bridge, right? I feel like it's more like here. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, stuff on the way. Ignore yellow monsters. Let's have a look around. We found the bridge. You see like this long bridge ass thing. That's where you put your portal on the side where you started. Another yellow mob we don't want to deal with. There's a blue pack. I kind of want to kill the blue pack because they give a bunch of experience. It's good to kill blue packs and stay away from yellows, and for normal mobs like kill bigger groups. That's kind of how you deal with this. Another blue pack with some small ones. They seem to be worth it. Oh, there we found our green, green, red, which is pretty cool. Let's go into the next zone and we're gonna swap this. Skill points first. Let's take our time, no need. So in this case, yeah, this is gonna slow us down a bit. We already have movement speed. I'm feeling okay with this, but getting a free link is really, really cool. Which is like splitting steel, onslaught, chance to bleed. So that's a check. Also, we have our free link for green for later. That's already a check. So we're doing good, essentially. So here it's essentially a straight line. What we want to end up at the end of here would be level 7. So you're aiming for level 7 at least. If you over level, it's always fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't under level. If you're under level, you're gonna be in big trouble. You're gonna get XP penalty for being under leveled. It's not like you only just get more and more XP. No, no, no. there's actually a border where you give me the blue item. Picked up white items, I didn't want to. If you go too far under the zone level, you get a XP penalty instead of a bonus. If you're just a little bit under leveled, you actually get more XP. So that would be ideal. But just kill stuff, you're gonna be fine. Don't rush too much. If you ever find yourself more than 5 levels below, consider rerunning zones. Just don't drop more than 5 levels below. Just don't. Even though the exact math on this is a bit more complicated and depends on your total level. But as a beginner rule of thumb, don't be 5 levels or more below your zone. Still trying to kill a bit more stuff here. We're already level 6. Found a blue pack. That's worth the XP. That's cool. So we can secure our level 7. Perfect. We did find a claw. Ooh, a rustic. Filter isn't perfect here. Didn't show me the rustic. Too good. Make sure you pick them up. You need them for... You need them for your claw upgrades, right? Same with whetstones. Don't sell whetstones. Don't sell any rustics. Still opening boxes here, because this early on, these can be really valuable. You can find better flask, things like that. I'm really looking for a mana flask right now. That would be cool, at least one of them, one bigger one. We have a few more skill points. So we are level 7, so we did fine here. Don't need to go out of our way. There's the iron ring we want, I mentioned earlier. It's really cool, check. There's another claw. So now we have 2 claws. We are safe on claws, nothing can happen. Maybe we can upgrade them, get better ones on the way. But overall, we did a good job there. Here, be a bit careful with these guys that have shields. They can really mess you up, like shoot them from afar and then nothing happens. You can take the waypoint down there, it's absolutely not required. You don't need it, but... Ooh, another life flask. If you pass by the waypoint anyway, just pick it up. Don't mess with the zombies. Same with these guys. Careful with the shield dudes. Also, don't mess with the goat guy. It's also a unique dude. Don't mess with it. Just go past. Here's a few roly boys. Here they are. They're always there. That gets unlocked. And we arrive at prison. Really cool. Remember, you put down a portal earlier, right? So we're gonna go to town by waypoint. Don't log out, right? If your inventory is like super full, you might want to consider vendoring, but if you don't need to, like in our case, we're gonna go through the portal and not over the bridge, right? We're gonna look for our crab guy. He's typically below, right? That's why I'm searching low first. But he can also be up, so I don't know if there are some specific tells. I think more common is down, somewhere here down from the bridge here, somewhere there. Flat tops, go in there. Here we're looking for a big room, right? Somewhere needs to be a rather big open room. This looks already not too bad, but that's not it. Feel a bit baited. It actually is. I'm confused. Here it is. Okay. Perfect. This looks perfect. Should be here. Maybe? Okay, this is actually the room. There's like this little notch here. If you look like at the map for a second. Now we are really in a big room. Big platform, right? Ooh. Almost died. Okay, enough looking. We need to move on. And then you can jump over this little edge thing here. Yeah, another platform. There's like this little tiny thick thing there, you know, and on one of the sides the crab is. Most Telltale thing is the big room, big platform stuff, what you're looking for, not like tiny ones, tiny movement areas. Can you use your Frost Blink to slow stuff? I mean, he's slowing you, so we want to slow him as well, right? And just essentially just hit him. And loot whatever you can. We're going back to town anyway. Log out. So here, same thing, typical vendoring. I could upgrade one of the flasks, but I feel like I'm okay with that. There's like really nothing I want to identify. Like there's like some of the yellow items, you can identify some of them, but mainly because you get you don't get transmutes then out of them, right? You get the other ones. I'm gonna show you in a second. Here from Nessa, pick Void Manipulation. We don't need it right now, but we're gonna level it in our offhand, right? Yeah, we're gonna need it later. Then we can get to selling. Like if you sell an identified yellow item, it's typically gonna sell for alteration shards, right? So if you find yellows and you have wisdoms to spare, identify a bunch of them to make sure you get alterations for later. These we want to keep, and we're just gonna. I mean, I know I don't need these, so I'm just gonna sell them. Keep them if you want to. So in this case, Rustic we keep, Fists we keep. Just making sure we did everything we did. Also buy or check if you can buy an iron ring. They're kind of expensive scroll-wise if you don't have one yet. Because next we're gonna go to Brutus. Ideally we have an iron ring, makes the fight easier. Don't stress about it, but if you can, remember, check, buy it.
While we live, we are blessed.
Also talk to this guy. Pick our crab skill point and make sure to vendor check, right? Do you have your 2 free links already? Do you have your green, like one of these? There would be an opportunity to buy them right now. Do you have movement speed, right? Once again, check for movement speed. Didn't find any, but we already have, so we are lucky. Here would be another green, another green. So, right? I'm considering buying this as an alternative link, just so because I don't have anything here anyway, so we have 2 links. For in a second, got more skill points, go up here first, and then we are kind of done. You can also be on the lookout now on the ground, actually I wouldn't buy it, for a longsword, right? If you find a longsword, really cool, it's a bit of an upgrade to our corroded blade. As said, Act 1 is it's a bit difficult, right? Lots of stuff happening, but it's gonna get better. We're almost through it. We are fine. Here from the waypoint, take a left, so basically up, because somewhere here, the trialers, it's always somewhere there. In this case, it's here. Usually the book leads you to it from afar. Get rid of these monsters. Just walk around here. Don't worry too much about the spikes, right? If the spikes hit you, you press a life flask. Just press it. You're gonna be okay. Oh no, we hit again. We pressed the life flask and we are okay. So don't be too scared of the spikes. In this case, you may be able to avoid them, right? And jump up there, take the thing, don't deal with the yellow mob, and we are gone. So next is either the layout goes up behind our starting point. Let's kill the skeletons real quick, right? But this one doesn't really do that. So our exit is gonna be in the opposite direction. Somewhere there. If this loops up, like behind the starting point, it's probably there, the exit somewhere. If not, it's probably here and somewhere in line with the starting point. So I'm on the map, leave me alone. I'm assuming here somewhere, probably. There could also be a super top spawn here, so we can walk into this direction, check. Probably not. Can do that a bit. Also, don't worry too much about layouts. I know I'm gonna talk a lot about layouts. But I need something to talk about in general. Now I'm a bit more convinced that maybe it was on the top. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. Oh, what was that? It was another rustic. I really want to get that. Also, don't mess with this guy. So now maybe the top one. I feel like it's there. And there's no... Doesn't matter if you full clear stuff, right? If you search for the exit a bit more, it's not gonna cost you so much time. You're just gonna be over leveled anyway then. That's cool, and it's actually here. So it just didn't move up enough to check. Here it is. Upper prison, same kind of thing. Check if it loops above, like in this direction here, right? If it loops there or if it doesn't. Alright, so I kind of want to have a bit of a look up there, you know. See, minimap doesn't reveal, so I don't think it's gonna loop up there. That means we're gonna walk into the middle here, I would say. See where everything leads us. Maybe it's similar to the thing before again. Have more of an feeling, upwards feeling. Might be, it will be somewhere. I mean, we all know it's somewhere. And this seems to be a dead end. So it's not there. That's another claw we don't need. What do we have in terms of claw? We already have nailed fists, right? You have 2 of them. Oh, this is like a super, super dead end. Okay. There we go. It's entirely possible it's all the way down there as well. Let's check for that. Let's see if we have more luck in this direction. If this like goes down significantly more, and it kind of looks like it, right? I kind of want to take the next one to check further down. But they're typically not right next to each other, right? The entrance and exit. And there it is. Typically don't really open strong boxes. I feel a bit underleveled. I'm 9 actually. I would have guessed a little bit lower. That's probably just a feeling thing. Was a bit worried we are only level 8, right? Level 9 is cool. Level 10 would be better actually. 10 I feel like is really good. If you manage to be level 10 there. Depends how quickly you find the exits, right? And how much stuff you kill. Here you just walk around there and then you follow this blood stain here. It's always towards the blood stain. Which is pretty easy actually since they changed. I think there's... Yeah, you can't even miss it anymore. So if you have, you can place a portal here, right? If you want to, if you have a portal, in case he kills you, because the checkpoint is really far away. If not, it's fine. That was his evil move. He has a few moves. He has like this grabby thing. He has this really slow one that makes this wave of blood, which is really, really dangerous. And he has another one where he's like stomps the ground, right? There it is. While he does that, keep your distance. After that, he's gonna grab you. But keep your distance there. Otherwise, he's gonna kill you. He's doing this one again, right? You can deal so much damage in this time. Grab me. Probably wave. Oh my god. And we managed to do this. Perfect. Right, just keep hitting. He's gonna die at some point. Like if you have a longsword and an iron ring, that's like really, really cool. Pick up anything, everything he drops, like all these items, really cool. No need to go in there. You can just log out right here. There's nothing there. Log back in. We managed to kill Brutus. So we're gonna vendor check again, sell stuff, and we're gonna get our movement skills now, I believe. So in this case, we don't need any of this, really. We have a few more scrolls of wisdom, so I want to identify at least one of these items to get a bit more alteration shards. Anything else we don't really need. No need, no need, no need. We also have 2 armor scraps and already 1 blacksmith stone. So I'm kind of confident selling the armor scraps to get this, and keep your rustics, right? Oh, here it is. So in this case, again, what do you get? Movement skills, right? So we want 3 of them anyway, right? So we can take Flame Dash here, for example. We're gonna talk to Nessa. Go for purchase. So we have Flame Dash already, so we need Whirling Blades. That's cool. And Withering Step, right? So this is, I think both costs transmutes, right? Whirling is also a transmute. Yeah, it's a transmute. So yeah, sell enough items, right? Unidentified items, because you need transmutes. That'd be really cool. So if we were level 10, we could equip them. Sadly, we are not, so we're just gonna keep them. Once again, check for items, right? Check for your links. You don't need this free link anymore. You're gonna get Spectral Helix really quickly. So if you don't have it by now, don't get it, but make sure you get one of these. Check for movement speed. That's kind of annoying. I already have movement speed. I still want to check just to remind you to do it. Really do it. Next time we come back to town, we're gonna swap our spell, which is really cool. And we're gonna equip our very end game spell. Let's talk for now. So, Prisoner's Gate. On one of the sides, left or right, there is like this ledge. You know, you can see there's this long ledge on the map here, right? That's what you're looking for, and you want to get down on it. Because the main path is blocked. Is it down here? It might be down here, actually. Oh, no, it's not, actually. Okay, it's up. did find the ledge. So on one of the sides of the ledge, here of this little one, you will find an entrance. Let's kill some more stuff here because we should be level 10 already and we are not, and I want to swap my skills in on the next downtime. Blue pack here, cool. Let's keep up, get some more levels in. Which doesn't mean we need to kill the yellow mob or the unique or whatever he is. Right. I want to go that far. I think I'm going wrong. It should go up, maybe. No, we're correct. Perfect. Another ledge thing I can kind of cross, right? And we catched up quite a bit. You know, it was like almost a level, maybe a bit less, right? So, it was good time. Put in your stuff, and now you can use your skills, right? We're gonna replace Frostblink with Flame Dash. We don't need Frostblink anymore. We can already put in Whirling Blade and Whirling Step. We don't really need those yet, actually. I don't actually know if it actually helps already for Chance to Bleed, but just put it in, put it somewhere where you want to press it. We're gonna talk about in a second. Ship Graveyard. So, always make sure you put this on attacks without moving, right? Find the waypoint, find Fairgraves. They're both typically pretty close to the entrance. There's a bunch of directions, right? And after you get that, you're gonna find like a cave type thing. So, stay away from the major wall. Like I'm too close to the major wall, and stay not too close to the sea. It's actually already there, but it was a bit too early. I was hoping it was a bit further, but that's where it is. We found a better claw. Check tooth is better. I'll talk about claws in a second. Oh my god, so much stuff. It's a bit crazy early on. Like you run back for so little stuff, but you kind of need it, right? So that's the cave. You're looking for the cave. It's not super close to the wall typically. It's typically more in the middle between the wall and the sea, like the water. You find it, you go back in. There we go into it. And in here, layout is really weird. Don't get frustrated if you get lost in here. I think a lot of people get lost in here. It's perfectly fine. There's a Jade Amulet. I don't need Dex, so I don't even bother picking it up. We want Int. Int will be really important for our claws. Let's just move through here. What level are we? 11, that's pretty good already. I'm looking towards level 12 rather soon. Would be cool if we have it after the pirate, but it's fine if we get it just before Merble as well. And to be fair, oh, there it is. So that's the exit here. Pick this, be really quick. Oh, we got stunned. If you're like super quick, you don't get frozen by her. It's possible. I've heard it's possible. Get out of the ship thing. We have another skill point. So after it, this largely depends where the layout goes. But one might actually be up. But we're looking for Mervale's Cavern after this. And it's typically further away from the exit than the cave is. So I'm just gonna look here. I have a feeling I'm gonna hack the big wall. And we're probably gonna find what we're looking for. And here it is. Caverns of Wrath. Go in here. Pick the waypoint and go back to the ship graveyard. Why? Because we still have to kill the pirate. So he's typically pretty close to the start. I don't think he's gonna be up here. It might actually be just this. Oh yeah, there he is. That's like a really good layout. Everything was really close, right? He's gonna spawn a lot of little pirates. I can already have a look and see, okay, these are kind of the same. I want this one, so I can throw away one of them. Oh, don't die. Well, kill the little dudes. I like to still have blades and then like recall as soon as he appears, so we do a tiny little bit of damage. It's like a mini game, doesn't make sense, but yeah, just hit the guys. He should be pretty easy. Move a bit. Pick up anything you can sell. Heavy belt. We don't even have any belt yet. Why not get some strength? Sounds like a good idea. After we did that, log out. So, I just realized we are not level 12 yet. Ah, that's gonna be so sad. It's fine. Sell your stuff to the lady. Again, you can have a look if you need anything for later. We don't. Pick whatever, pick nothing. You can do both things. Sell all of this. You can talk to this guy and get a skill point finally. And yeah, Spectral Helix. There we go. So you can buy Spectral Helix. We're almost level 12. So we're gonna swap into Spectral Helix really, really soon. For the purpose of this guide, I'm just gonna go back to the graveyard, right? And get level 12 because it's gonna be easier explaining wise, right? So we can do this in peace. If you're not level 12 yet, just move on towards Merville and swap just before you fight her, right? Or whenever you can. Don't stress about getting level 12 exactly at this point. But I think this is a bit easier now. So, after Pirate, obviously, get your stuff, get Spectral Helix. So we're kind of ready. So this also means we can swap into the spell now. That's where our triple green comes in. So Spectral Helix, Onslaught, and earlier we got Chance to Poison. We still have Splitting Steel, don't need Chance to Bleed, don't need it anymore. We need weapons, perfect. So we don't need any of this anymore. And we could technically upgrade a claw now, but it seems a bit early to do, right? We're gonna find better claws, we're gonna upgrade them, we're gonna save our resources. Really cool vendor checks if you still don't have free green, and vendor check is if you still don't have movement speed. Since we're gonna fight Merville and we don't have cold resistance yet, we can look to make some cold resistance. We have a bunch of wisdom scrolls, so I'm gonna buy an iron ring. Keep one for the damage, right? And for iron, we could use one of the blue gems we just sold. If we don't have one, just buy one. It's one wisdom. And sell these two things. Gives you a sapphire ring. One is perfectly enough. It automatically equipped. Perfect. Throw this away.
Goodbye.
So we have some cold resistance now. Really helps with Merville, doesn't it? It's like really good for that. So get rid of this. We can also now use whirling blades because we equipped some claws. That works now. And can put Flame Dash here. And Whirling Blade always without moving. This one also always without moving. Withering Step, same thing. And here we get some skill points as well. And we are off to go. Only thing I have to do is kill Mervale, and then we are done with this entire act, which is really good. And then your suffering shall end. You just acquire the skill you're gonna use until the end of Act 10, which I really like about this leveling route in general. In here, it's roughly a top right situation on how to get there. Again, blue pack, you can kill them. Starting here, you're gonna have a bit of pain with mana. Absolutely, you need mana flasks. I would like to upgrade my mana flask soon. Really hope we find one. If not, I'm inclined to buy mana flasks. So you already can see this uses a lot of mana, right? So it's gonna be a bit of an issue, but the solution is here. As soon as you get to this Claw Mastery, which isn't too far away, you get this gain 10 life per enemy hit, gain 5 mana per enemy hit. So good. So good. Again, here it's very top-ish. You can typically follow the ladies. Oh, they lured me in the wrong direction. Okay, maybe you cannot follow the ladies. Are they actually trying to lure me away? I could swear just before the end there's a lot of these ladies. Oh my god, can I jump over this? Oh, I can. Oh my god, there's nothing here. What is this? Can I go back? Oh yeah, I can. I've never seen that. Let's go down here. Deal with mana issues. Don't die to the explodey little guys. Blue pack almost down. Want to take that XP. Oops. Just say, don't die. Get up here. I want this shrine actually. I want the wisdom scroll. I don't want the yellow dude. So it's still kind of top-ish. In this case, it's like more top right situation. Check here. Also, I know. The 12. Also, I know. Not having too much luck with layouts today. And there it is. Perfect. Lots of gold around it. Maybe it's also a tell. So it was very top right in this case. So this Merble, ideally you get frozen as little as possible. And make sure you activate your Withering Step. I didn't really talk about it earlier, but Withering Step is just like it applies a debuff to enemies that are next to you for a few seconds. Just pressing it every now and then. And that debuff makes them take way more poison damage. And remember, we are Spectral Helix, but we have chance to poison in it, right? We already our major damage is essentially poison damage. You can stack these blades a little bit, activate your thing again, not have mana. We don't have flasks that are too great. Which is a bit troublesome right now. Don't get frozen too much. And nice, he's not freezing us, we're standing a bit still. So much more damage if everything is like standing still. Right, and then you should take her down, and that essentially concludes Act 1. Let's say the conclusion is as soon as we arrive in town. In this case, it's top right actually. Right? You hack the right side wall more or less. You go up as much as you can until also blue pack. Always good to kill blue packs. Big ape takes too long. Move on. Just kill stuff on the way. Activate your onslaught. And here's the camp. It's always to the right of the camp. Unless there's a camp of these I don't know, bandits. And then we arrive in Act 2. We can do right now like an initial vendoring. Like, okay, I could identify this right now, but that's where my free link is. We actually have a second free link, so we can identify it. So that's like an item that's pretty good actually. I would equip this. It has life and resist, so it's super helpful. Let's do that. That item is worth it. This one has life and resist. Cool item, but no movement speed, so buy item. I want to identify a bit more yellow stuff, so I get more of these alterations, so we can buy stuff. Like starting in Act 2, stuff's gonna cost alterations. If you want gems, it's gonna cost you alterations. So again, if you're still like lacking movement speed, every time you go to a vendor, here in this act still, check for movement speed. And that essentially concludes Act 1 at this point, and we're gonna next talk about Act 2. Act 2 is so much simpler than Act 1. We have almost nothing to do there in comparison. I'm gonna make sure we do the den, because we're gonna get a second Quicksilver flask, or we can also opt to get a belt at this stage. We're gonna make sure we help Alira, which is super helpful in terms of resistance. Like the all resistance, mana is also going to help us, but it's mainly the all resistance. It's helpful now. It's going to be helpful way later as well, even in maps and everything. So make sure to help Alira. We're going to acquire a faster attacks gem to make our Whirling Blades quicker. We're going to get Herald of Agony, and we're going to get Skitterbot. So only 3 gems, no buying required. Let's do this. So since we arrived here and already had some mana issues, right? I have like only these small mana flasks. I'm looking to buy mana flask right now. I want to be way more confident there. Like there's 3 free transmutes actually. I'm looking for something a bit cheaper, which we just didn't find. Sad times. I was expecting them to be cheaper. It's okay. Let's suffer. It's gonna be fine. Let's see if we have a portal scroll. We do. So in here, the den is either it's not on the road basically. So pick either top or bottom. It's actually right here. Fine. Okay. Find the den. Go into the den, and then depends a bit. It's kind of a circle here. Ooh, I was scrap. I really want this. Also don't want to die to fire. Need to pick up... there we go. Okay. Need to pick up more items, like blue stuff. Apparently we need transmutes. I really not need to buy a mana flask. Oh, there's another claw. More items, more transmutes. Let's make sure this works out. Yeah, it's like a circle thing. I like counterclockwise. Was that a better Spectral Helix? I think it was. And yeah, near to the exit there is this white dude here. Make sure you use your Withering Stab and then just face tank him and kill the poor dude. More items. Can't pick up any more. Okay, fair enough. Get out of this. And then basically follow the road. Oh, it leads to here and out of this whole thing. And next we're gonna go to the waypoint. I already have a full inventory because I just picked up so much big items, right? Inefficient big items. And we want to get our Quicksilver Flask anyway. So get to the waypoint, get back, and sell the items we just got. We already have 2 alterations. I don't need to buy anything else right now, so I'm selling for transmutes, even the yellow item. We just got a better claw as well. If you look at the physical damage, it's like 7 to 23. Only choose claws. That's a good time to talk about claws. We're only gonna use claws with an attack speed of 150 or above, right? And only some claws that say gain X life per enemy hit by attacks. None of the percentage claws. So that's the one we want to like upgrade over time. Like if you have a look here, this is like a require level 7 claw. So require no level claw. 4 to 12 we have here, 6 to 17. And this one has 7 to 23. So this is a good candidate for a claw we want to upgrade over time, right? So we cannot change this right here, but I want to get rid of the smaller one, right? So I'm gonna sell this as well. Probably a claw we want to upgrade over time. I feel like right now my damage is good enough, so I'm not gonna upgrade immediately. Make sure you actually get your reward. So either second Quicksilver or a leather belt. I'm gonna choose the Quicksilver, I believe. It's probably a better choice. Identify it. I can't really use it because of our mana issues. Let's see if we find like something. Ah, perfect. Like we have a not blue one. Greater mana flask here. 3 wisdoms. We're gonna buy this one. This frees up a slot for us, so we can use a better mana flask. Get rid of these, and we are well on our way. Fixed our issues. Really cool. From this waypoint upwards. Kill stuff on the way. You can just leave some. Requires some practice, I guess, but you can just like poison, like put some helixes down and move forward. Just make sure stuff actually dies behind you. Using Withering Step here, it's a really good idea. Still low on transmutes, we need more later for rest crafting, so we're gonna make sure to pick up a bit more stuff. Here on this thing on the layout, like the center is like this cross-shaped thing. You're gonna find one of the entrances, like pick one of the directions and see if you can get in. As soon as you're in the circle, you're gonna find the side that has the waypoint on and move out on the side that has the waypoint. That's always the correct way, essentially. Just move straight until you find the downwards thing, right? In here, there's a trial thing we have to do. From this thing, we go down. And then the lab should be here. There's 2 locations it can be in, essentially. Like in this case, I went down and it didn't go up at all. I'm gonna check a bit further. If the lab is down here, it might be here, still be here. No, it's not. So it's in the second location, which is on the top left of the entrance, like really up there. That's the second location it can be in. Typically it's a down one. See, no, it's not actually top left, but it's like to the left, somewhere here. So typically it's down there, somewhere, but yeah. Second possible location. We already had a few of the more rare layouts. Oops, you don't need to use any of the switches. Big leg spikes right now. Just run through this, activate it, go through the portal. So next what we're looking for is like a long corridor, super long corridor. In this case, I believe it needs to be down there somewhere. It's another good mana flask there. Let's go this way, somewhere down. Here's our long corridor. You see how it's like super windy and then super long? That's the correct way. And we're gonna kill the lightning dude at the end and gonna pick up a quest item. That's the reason we're here. Clean up a bit the spark dudes here. Make sure you use our Withering Stab. It's like so powerful. It deals so much more damage. Dodge him a bit. Like always move around bosses. I'm gonna go back now anyway. Make sure you pick this up. Log out. And we are fine. So, can level up our gem here. Again, vendoring. Like, okay, I have a gray item here, but this is not gonna help us. It's not gonna help us, and the Iron Ring is not gonna help us either. So, stuff. We want Herald of Agony. Also note you get Blood Rage here. It's an optional gem if you have the mental capacity to press more buttons. Pretty cool, gives you frenzy charges. I'm not gonna. Because it's simpler not to do this. And for the purpose of the guide, I would like to keep some things more simple. So, if you have the capacity, Blood Rage, pretty cool. So, it's one of the gems. And if you go to her, you can also get Skidder Bots, right? Fast attacks should not yet be available, right? No, it's not. We cannot use them yet. So we're gonna wait a bit more. Get our points in. Next thing I like to do, there's multiple ways how you can run this. I like to do Spider next, essentially. Ideally, we get level 16 until we are at the Spider. That would be really cool. You can talk to Einhar if you want to. You can also just not. No big difference there. So we're gonna kill some more stuff on the way. It's pretty good density here. Wisdom scrolls we probably need. Not really interested in killing too much beast stuff. Get the waypoint. Is this the right thing? Yeah, that's okay. Waypoint is quite important. Kill some more stuff. Good density here again. Chance orbs, super important. I know they seem kind of, you don't need them. Please pick them up. You need them for multiple reasons later. Here again, don't die to the explodey dudes. Whoops. Find the waypoint. Here it is. So here, on the side of the road where the waypoint is, right? That's where Lyra is. Opposite side is the Weaver, the spider. You just find the ball, right? And look if you see any spider webs. If you don't, probably go down. Actually, that's not even the correct wall. This is the correct wall. No spider webs. Let's move down. See if spider webs start appearing rather soon. Here we have spider webs. Correct way. If after a while there are no spider webs, it's actually a buff. It's rare, but can happen that the Weaver is above the waypoint. It's really rare. So yeah. Look for spider webs. That's where the spider is. I know it's surprising, but yeah. Here, pick a direction. Again, I like counterclockwise in this case. Just gonna hack the outside wall, right hand side hugging, and we look for the Weaver. I feel like I'm a bit under leveled right now. I would have like 16 at the Weaver. That would be great, but maybe we won't. If mana is too troublesome for you, consider using a second mana flask for a while. Well, we have 16 actually, so we're gonna equip our stuff in a second. Upgrade, we're still wrong, so since we have 16 we don't need to kill that much anymore. And we found the Weaver, wasn't too bad. So don't move in here if you have anything to do. In this case we're gonna equip our 2 auras. I like to put them into my off things, right? We're gonna activate the auras. Now the mana issues are real, I tell ya. It's gonna be really troublesome, but it's not that far, right? We just need to get here. It's just a bit more skill points, a bit more levels. You're gonna get there quicker than you think. So use your mana flask, use your Withering Stab, move a bit around her, stay close, don't run away from Weaver. She's gonna like jump attack you, and if that crits, you might die. Stick close to Weaver. Also keep in mind, as long as your blades are hitting stuff, you're getting life back, right? Already from you, because your claws have life on attack. Life hit on attack, it's like really, really good. And with the Mastery, we also get mana, and we get even more life. So that's like super, super useful. Here we just wait until she comes back. Withering Stab her, mostly face tank. Stay close, and we found some unique, which is really cool. Kill the Weaver, pick up the stuff, pick up the green thing, please, or the quest item, might not be green in your filter. And we killed the Weaver. Very good. So unique items. If you don't need them, like this one, make sure you identify them and then sell them. If not, you're gonna get one of these Wisdom Scroll scraps. That's like really, really bad. Still feeling good on damage, so I don't intend on upgrading right now. Don't need to waste on a class I don't need. Talk to Silk, and now we get faster attacks, right? This we need way later, this we need way later, but we're not gonna prepare gems right now. Correct, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do that starting in Act 6 or something, right? So, now what we do. We need to go, or we want to go up and go to Caitlin, I think is this name. It's Broken Bridge. Hack the right hand side wall. It tends to be faster. You can actually open boxes that can freeze you. So there was like a strong box, could have opened it since it was a white one. I would not open magic or any other boxes because they're gonna freeze you and then you're gonna die, and that costs so much time. Right hand side. I know there's also a way you can follow, but if you hack the right hand side, you're gonna find this bridge thing. You're gonna jump up there with your flame dash, and that's where to do this. Right, you can talk once to him, prepare like all the attacks, click kill, withering step him, suffer from having not enough mana. Really, no, it can be very painful here. I mean, worst case, if you're really struggling with mana, it's like, oh, you don't want to have that little mana. It's like stressing you out. Just deactivate one of the auras. That's okay. Kill him. And go back. We have a lot of stuff right now. So I feel like I should sell something. So inventory is getting kind of full. Right. Okay. In this case, back to the riverways. We already, by the way, we got everything we need from this thing. Yeah, riverways. Go upwards. Just like up from the waypoint until you find water, and then to the left or the right of the water, there is the wetlands. Here I go a bit left and up. And you should see Oak there. If you go like this slightly here and you don't find him, right, then he's gonna be at a different spot. Oh, maybe we have to weird. Oh no, here is. Okay. If he's not, like, if you go this up left a bit, let me kill this real quick so I can show you. If you go like top left a bit and he doesn't show up and you run into the big wall at the end, right? Then he's all the way at the bottom here. That's where he is. Then you need to go down there. That's like a tell, I would say. So in terms of flame dash, make sure you don't level flame dash too high. You're gonna run into int issues. Find the entrance. Nice oak. In this case, we're gonna prepare our attacks again a little bit. Kill him. Press your withering step, obviously. The mana flask. It feels like I could use a bit more damage, so I'm kind of considering upgrading the next claw I find for sure. Let's see. Not feeling too great. Already picked up a few more blue items. And after that, don't log out at him, please. Go up here and find the exit. I might have gone down too much already. Have I? Maybe I have. There's also, there's a possibility that the exit is down there. It's typically up there, but then I guess in that case, Oak can't be that far up. I think there's like kind of a combination here. You can click this already if you want to, don't have to. Get the waypoint and get to the Western Forest. So here what we do is, again, waypoint. On the side of the road where the waypoint is. Can be on the other side as well, right? In this case, road, waypoint, on that side Alira is. So I just walk up all the way to the wall, right? Okay, we are at the wall. And then we're gonna walk down. I've never seen her be above the waypoint. Either she's right there or you just walk down and then that's where Alira is. Talk to her and we're gonna help her and pick up this thing. We need this thing very badly. What level are we? 17. A bit under-leveled. So since we're here, we have some density. Kill some stuff. Very good. And essentially find the road again and follow the road towards the end. Still need some wisdoms, I guess. And here there's like one unique merc, this captain guy, right? That's the guy we need to kill. We managed. Click this, right? After you clicked it, log out. So in this case, we can sell a bit more because we're not gonna be in town for a bit, right? Get rid of all of the stuff. Can put a skill point as well. Now we're gonna do a bit of a weird thing, I would say. We're gonna port to Act 1, just to town, right? And then we're gonna go to the crossroads. It's a bit odd, but I know. At the end of this, because we just go down here to Spectral Ruins and the thing after it, because we need to do a lab trial there, and we're gonna log out at the end of it, right? And then we end up in Act 1 and can hand in the quest. That's like, I don't know, tiniest optimization. You can also go straight here, log out, and then go to Act 1, but I don't know. I feel like it saves you 3 seconds. Since I'm a bit underleveled, I'm gonna start clicking these. Okay, I had like no density. Nice, that was worth it. I'm not gonna click them for the loot, right? It's not my intention. I'm still a bit underleveled. Just saw a blue pack. To go for it. We want to end, I would say 2021 at least, after the Val Omnineck dude, like end of the act, right? Here, make sure you pick the 50 live. I feel like that's really good. So in here, we're gonna just looking for the trial. We don't want to go to level 2. Don't go down. In terms of where the trial is, I have no idea, but apparently I found it. It's in one of the corners, but I don't have any telltale style. Here it's always the same. Go here up here, press the lever. Don't die to traps. Don't need to press this one. Go up. Don't need to press this one. Open the door. Click the thing. Log out. So now we're gonna end up in Act 1. Really weirdly. And we're gonna end up here in the middle, right? So there's no walking from the waypoint. That's some optimization, isn't it? And we're gonna sell this item. So now we can equip faster attacks. What we're gonna do with it, we're gonna combine it with Whirling Blades. So if you have a look here, here's Whirling Blades. I'm gonna move Withering Step, put faster attacks with Whirling Blades. Later on, we want to use this with our Spectral Helix. We just don't have a 4-link yet. So that's also why I don't buy 2 of them. If you already had a 4-link, you can buy 2, like for both of these. But you can't have a 4-link at this stage unless it's not your first character. So we go back down, Act 2, Wetlands, and we're gonna kill the good old Omnineck. Omniac? Omniac, probably. I don't know. Val Ruins. It's a very odd. If you really want to know how to solve this like this layout, there's like an S shape. Inverted S shape kind of thing. There's videos for it you can watch. You're gonna see it at the end. So in this case, I probably don't want to go up. And I have a feeling we are on a downward spiraling S, aren't we? We can check. Nothing down there, so we are not. So we are on an upward one. Okay. So this is the start of our S. We go kind of straight until we really can't anymore and we need to kill a bit more. Okay, let me check the claws here real quick. The rustic, cat's paw, all. We already have one of those, right? Cat's paw is also not that bad. We're gonna check that in a second. Well, we still can go a bit up. Oh, this is like a massively bad area. Let's have a look here. Okay, we apparently can still go here. Maybe it's up now? Still guessing on an upward trend? Not so sure. It's actually not even the S thing. Am I confused right now? Or maybe this one isn't the S. Uh-oh. Maybe I lied to you. Okay, I take it back. Find the exit. Actually, the next one is the next one then? This should be the S-shaped one. I'm very confused. Fine, find the exit. Don't worry about layout so much. Apparently. Alright, in here also lots of density. Good time to level up a bit. What are we? 19. Feeling okay. Since there's a lot of density here, I'm gonna keep hitting higher density things a bit. Don't go in here, it's bait. We are overall looking for a top right exit here. Like go up and then there's gonna be an exit somewhere. Don't deal with red beasts. We can talk to Einar, by the way. How are we doing on identifying scrolls? I need more. Need to stop being lazy, not picking them up. And that's where we are. That's the caverns. Caverns is like a downward thing. Downward and then to the right. Typically there should be a bridge somewhere. Oh, this is like super right. Okay. We're still going kind of down right. Kill stuff maybe a little bit. RV19. These guys are very big, but I feel like I need a bit of leveling. Also might kill me. Big life flask, very good. Not gonna bother with the yellow dude. I might need to kill the ghosted. I want to kill the ghosted, I think. Ghosted is good, they drop so much stuff. The ghosts I typically don't kill because they're so hard to get, but as soon as they go into like a yellow mob, like a rare mob, they're kind of stationary, so you can kill them and they drop a bunch of stuff that you can sell. Interesting, typically there's like bends down there. It's way more common that this thing is reversed down here. So I would say this is more of a rare outcome. That's a fascinating thing with layouts, right? Okay, and I'm just opening them for a bit of density, these boxes. Don't really want what's in them. Is that actually? Maybe that was the S thing. Me much confused. Not either. Okay, where are we going? Probably here then, right? Somewhere there, up-ish. Can we go up there? We can, very good. And there we are in the pyramid. Okay. Pyramid. They are actually no. Pyramids are essentially squares, right, per floor, just getting smaller, and they have 4 corners. You start in one corner and the exit is in one of the other 4 corners. First time, like first area here where you get into, like wall pyramid, it's random. So you just need to check every corner, see which one it is. We checked one now. Maybe it's in the second corner. It is. See, it was like opposite, like 1 corner, 2, 3, 4 corners. It was in this one. From now, every time you move up, including this one, it's in the opposite corner. So it's going to be down there. Every single time. Just the first one is random. And sometimes the way to get to the other corner is kind of blocked. Already level 20, so I'm also okay with that. And there we go. See, opposite corner. Same here. I go to the opposite corner. Kill some stuff on the way. And there it is. We just can't get to it quite now. So this doesn't connect. Maybe down here. And there's the apex. So, talk to the dude. Pick your recipe while he is going up. You can also, it's a good opportunity to like sort your inventory a bit. Throw this one out. You have an all here, which is 7 to 23, so this is better. Gonna put Withering Step into this, gonna drop this. Might want to identify this. The dude is coming, so let's do this first. Like pre-stack this. Withering Step him. That's a pretty big hack box. Like in this case, I feel like I didn't deal much damage to him, so I probably should have upgraded my claws already. Should not have been lazy, or at least latest done it here. Like see what I have, upgrade one of them. Use your Withering Step. That's not a big deal. He's not gonna kill you. There's a few attacks that are dangerous that you need to like dodge, but in general, right? He would be dead already, probably if I have it upgraded. He's gonna do this, and now I'm gonna run out of mana. Poor me. Oh no. I can refill our mana at these dudes here. Like our flask at least. Right. Eh. Oh, he's back. Perfect. Use the flask, use Withering Step. These bubbles, they didn't do anything. Oh, he's gone again. No. Definitely upgrade your class. Just before that. We're gonna do it right after. It's fine. And pick your stuff. Also, you can either wait until this door opens or you can just log out. Right, I'm gonna put the upgrading into this part actually, as I think it's useful. We got a bunch more resists here. We're still wearing an iron ring. I feel like at this point, iron rings are not that strong anymore. I mean, they're probably still strong, but start to value resists. We're gonna look for more movement speed. Cool boots, no movement speed. There's a yellow chest we're gonna see. This is like a tiny amount of life, a tiny amount of resistance. It's not even worth equipping. Like this makes no difference at all. So, upgrading claws. Let's see what we have. We have one of these cat's paws, and we have these alls, and they are weaker. So I have one better claw. I don't feel like upgrading alls because I'm gonna find better claws really, really quickly. Other issue is right now I don't have any means. I did not find any essence, so I don't have any means to make these yellow, so any upgrades will be really sad, right? The upgrades depend on the rarity of the belt. If you don't know the recipe, you take any weapon, a rustic stash, and a blacksmith whetstone, and the amount of, I can show you what you get, right? This has nothing. If I put these three things in, it needs to be, does it need to be at least maybe actually white doesn't work, and this one needs to be at least magic, so I can't really show you, but fine. You get a weapon back with increased physical damage, right? And the amount of physical damage increase, like percentage, depends on the rarity of the belt. So if you use something that is not yellow, you don't get the full value. So now I'm kind of hesitant to do it at all, because I feel like I'm gonna waste my only whetstone. I'm gonna waste one of these. I'm just gonna equip one of the better claws, and we're gonna be fine until we find an essence, right? That's what we want, or I want essences for, right? So Act 3 we're gonna start here in a second, but that's what we want essences for. Get essences, right, and upgrade these things. It's no use to use small essences to upgrade any of your shitty gear here. It's not gonna get good. Just keep them to make these guys yellow to upgrade your weapons. That's kind of the conclusion here. That also concludes Act 2. Act 3, not much to do. We're gonna add some more gems, and then we are essentially, after Act 3, we are essentially done with our gem setup, right? We also start to look for a 4-link. During this whole thing, yeah, maybe we can already get it. We will later on in Act 6, we might exchange one more gem, and in Act 6 also we will get some more gems, right? But these are preparation gems in terms of after this act, where we add Plague Bearer as another clear skill. We're gonna add a curse with despair, and we're already gonna get grace. We are essentially done game-wise, which is super early in the leveling, so we don't need to worry about this, right? It's just a matter of running after this. Just get through this. Other than that, we're gonna make sure we get a lapis amulet for solving int issues and upgrading claws, right? Claws need a lot of int, right? It's easy to forget, but we're not having that much int yet on the tree, so we definitely need a lapis amulet. Any other int we can get is cool. We're gonna skip library. We make sure maybe we get some lightning rest from Dominus, and we're gonna make sure we kill the fire boss dude of Doom that unlocks all the level 28 gems as a reward. So we can also already get our seismic trap for like leveling up, you know, in the offhand. It's super helpful. It's gonna be our main skill later, right? So let's kill the fire dude. Let's do that. Starting from last act, right? Claws are kind of the issue. Mana is still gonna be a bit of an issue, but we are so close to this node, so you're gonna have that in a hot minute. We're gonna be free of all, not of all the mana issues, but of a lot of mana issues actually. It's gonna be okay. Here, just walk up. Find Clarissa. There is like a unique monster here. Guard Captain. Cool dude. Kill him. Don't run away. Don't make the mistake. Don't do the noob thing. Wait for her to get up. Talk to her. And then we're gonna move on. Right? Just a bit to the left. Jump down here. Sun encampment. So, unless your inventory is like super full, which is also like a reason to log out after the Act 2 boss, after the Omni dudes. Clear inventory a bit, right? So you don't have to go to town right now. If you're super full, log out. Don't walk all the way, log out, log back in. You're gonna be in the town. No problem. As soon as you entered it, right? You log out, go down there. You don't have to walk. If not, you can go straight up here, get out into the slums. Make sure you put your skill points in. Here, typically I go a bit straight and see if I find the crate again, or like the next way. I don't, so I just pick a direction. It doesn't really matter. Just pick a direction, hug a wall, and go somewhere up-ish. Right, go in a big circle. At some point you're gonna find what we're looking for. Which is like, I think it's called a crematorium or something. Get some blue packs on the way. We want to be level 24. Oh, there's a 4 link. Nice. Not a one we need. We need 4 green, right? Yeah, we need to be level 24 in docks, at least. Right, make sure you're level 24 there. Or until then. And also, just a reminder, as soon as you're level 24, you can check for 4 links at vendors. Vendors, what they sell, that doesn't depend on the act, or not only, but on, also on the act, I guess, but also on your player level, right? So the higher level you are, the higher cool stuff can they sell, and with 24 they start selling you 4 links. Before that, it's not impossible to get a 4 linked item from them, or 4 socket item for that matter. So in here, 2 things. We need to do a trial. Always, if you're unsure in a zone, yeah, if there's a trial, press like open your world mappy thing, and then while you're in the zone, it's gonna say Lord's Labyrinth, solve the trial in this area. Right? There's also a bit of notification at the bottom if you enter. Find the trial and find a really big room. Right? A really big room with a weird line. I'm gonna show you. Oh, that's where the trial is. Perfect. I'm gonna show you. There's like a hint on where the piety room is. Be a bit careful with the fire here. This can be very, very dangerous. Also, there's a yellow map boss in here, like a yellow dude that can easily kill you. So let's get out. I'm gonna have a look up here a bit. Make sure we kill enough. Not really. Might be this one up here. Ah, yeah. You see this? You see this line here? Like this weird line, like big room, and then there's this line thing. That's the room we're looking for. It can be in different orientations, but that's the room. And then, yeah. Crafting recipe here. Make sure you kill the tiny things around her first. Like, clean up. Use your skills. Kill the tiny stuff first. Makes life a bit easier. They curse you, I think, and they do evil things. After that, she's only really dangerous if she casts her big ball. You don't want to be hit by the big ball too much, and you only need to get her to 50%. She's already at 50, so you can just walk away. Stand here. Just gonna say enough and be angry. And then take Tolman's bracelet, and you want to log out. Log back in. So, in this case, we already have a 4 link here, like, right? Sounds really cool. It's an armor evasion thing, so it doesn't really help us. We're never gonna make this green. Don't waste chromes on this. It's never gonna go for green on the few chromes you have, right? It's not gonna happen. Don't waste your time and money on this. Talk to Clarissa. Make sure you do this. Don't forget, please. We are not 24, so you can check. You can still check on movement speed, by the way. If you don't, I kind of forgot this during Act 2 because I already had movement speed. Also, keep in mind, just before the boss of Act 2, right? One of the recipes you pick up there, that's the movement speed recipe. So here for 3 augments, that's these things, you can craft 15% movement speed on your boots. So by now I have actually less movement speed. So I'm gonna look for more boots now and see if I find some without movement speed but other stats where I can craft at least 15% on it. So here's the grating I was looking for earlier. So it's kind of somewhere straight-ish from the start. Go there as soon as we have the keys. And we're gonna have my auras on. I do. So in here, before flask, before the waypoint, there's one of the quest things is before the waypoint. We're looking for 3 quest things here. One is always before the waypoint. We already have a sapphire ring, so I'm not gonna pick this up. Flame Dash is getting issues with int, so I'm just gonna right click it to not accidentally level it. It's enough for now. Is this the wrong way? It is the wrong way, totally the wrong way. Okay, we already have 1 quest item. So we see this thing here, this is blocked. Go around, please don't forget this waypoint. So after the waypoint, right after the waypoint is another quest thing, always. And now it depends. So in this case, it is in a tiny room, right? You can say this room is quite tiny. If this is the case, if it's not in a giant room, it's in a tiny room, then the 3rd quest item is to your right. If it's in a giant room, second thing in giant room, your quest item is to the left on the way out. So only go to the right if you found the 2nd quest item in a tiny room, like we did. If not, just move on. If you look here, around here, then there it is. Oh, it's actually up. Oh, god damn it. It's still to the right. It's okay. Here it is. Perfect. Now you can see it a bit. I show you in a second. So that's what was the room of the 2nd item. So somewhere here in this right area was the 3rd one, right? And if the room would be big for the 2nd one, we could just move on. We don't need to do this detour. Now we have all 3 of them, so we don't need anything more here. We're only level 22. We can just move around. Just need to find the exit, which is pretty much at the end here. And double check, do we have 3 busts? 1, 2, 3, perfect. As soon as you get out of this, you're in the marketplace. It's mostly an up situation. In almost any case, it's like an up situation. Yeah, maybe not in every case. This one is a bit complicated, but it felt like an up to me. This thing can also be over there, like to the left-ish, like this corridor here. Find the corridor, essentially. Here's a waypoint. Get past it. Get into the catacombs. And also make sure you put in skill point. The only thing we're looking here for is our trial again. So that's the only reason we're here. Don't go to any level 2 down or whatever. Just find the trial, which is here. Perfect. So recipe here, you can just jump over this. Yeah. And hopefully don't die. Before you click the altar. Click it, log out. Good job. So, are you 24? If so, check for fallings. We are not. We're quite underleveled. We still got a bunch of stuff on us. We're gonna get way better flasks. I have 1 mana flask too much, so we can destroy. Get your skill book. Gives you a skill, 2 more levels, and you're gonna be good. After you've done that, go back to the marketplace. And in this case, always run past the catacombs on your 2nd thing. And then try to find the exit. It's somewhere up there, typically. That's a very common spawn here, I feel like. But it's somewhere past the thing. Maybe a bit more to the left then or whatever, but go up, find a wall. So, as soon as you go into Battlefront, you move up and then rather soon to the left-ish. Somewhere there. Yeah, okay, that was a perfect hit. But sometimes you end up like here and then you need to go a bit up. Don't go too far up. Take the waypoint. I think I did. I'm going to double check in a second. Yes, we did. Perfect. Kill the blue pack. Still a bit underleveled. We want to be 24. We're absolutely not 24. Which is bad. So I'm going to kill a bunch more stuff here. And now I'm way too low for docs, right? We're going to get XP penalty here. So I kind of fucked up. But we still, this would be like, just make sure you're 24 here. I'm still going to do it with the XP penalty. It's going to take us a bit longer. but I want the route to be correct for that mana. I'm gonna kill the Essence here. Not to use it on gear, or actually to use it on gear, but to upgrade my weapon finally. Unless the thing kills me. Essence of Vu, very good. We can upgrade our claw now. I'm gonna run around here, kill some stuff. Feeling very weak right now. I don't have an upgraded claw. It's all very sad. But still doable, right? Don't kill yellow stuff. So I probably want to find a waypoint here. Take the topaz thing. Very good. We want resistance, right? Lightning resistance for Dominus. We're 23, so we're getting closer to the point where we can actually level up usefully here. Alternative way, by the way, is if you're too low for this, then you go to the temple first. You can skip this here. But ideally you will be 24. Unless you're really killing very little stuff like I did. There's a blinder. Very good. So we found even a better claw, right? There's another essence. I really want this essence. So I can upgrade further claws. Very good. Maybe we find a second blinder then. We can do a double upgrade. That would be really cool. I would like that. Some gear here. Walk around. We're still getting XP, but comparatively to how much we're gonna get as soon as we hit 24, you're gonna see this is gonna be so much better compared to what we get right now, what we're dealing with. But we got ourselves into this bad situation, right? So we're gonna dig ourselves out. Kill the blue pack. Which makes this obviously a less than perfect run, right? This is why we're here, actually, right? You definitely need to find this. This is the only reason we're actually here. Next to leveling up, right? So we want to level up and we want to find this thing. We are 24 now, so if you kill monsters now, let's find a pack. If you see in comparison, you get way more XP, or you should get way more XP. I think that's the border. Should be way better. And typically I stay in this area until 26, and I can highly recommend doing that, right? If you arrive at 26 already, that's cool. You can move on as soon as you find the quest item. If you're not, density is really good in here. Totally makes sense leveling up, so you don't have to kill that much stuff later on. Just make sure you're 26 whenever you leave this. Since I need to run this more than once, I'm happy to find the waypoint. So resetting is significantly easier. In this case, I'm actually gonna go and sell some stuff. Right, I can upgrade, make some upgrades. We found, and we can also finally do the claw upgrade, right? So, essence, whatever it is, throw it on the belt. Have your whetstone ready. Check the claw. It's one of the highest, level 22. That's pretty much where we are. And it has gain X life per enemy's hit, and it also has 1.55 attack speed. So, really good. Exactly what we wanted. What do we have here? Fire and lightning. This is fire and cold, so I'm going to replace this ring. I'm going to get rid of this and this and this, and not bad. Gonna get rid of this stuff as well. All is weaker than this, so we're gonna remove the all, just destroy it, it's fine. Yellow, blacksmith, weapon. So it gets 59% increased physical damage. So good, such a good weapon. So I don't need this either, because I have some lightning resistance now. If you have a look, we have some, like slightly positive. Really good. Withering Step back in. While we're here, obviously you can already get our gems, right? One was Despair. Here it is. And the other one should be Plague Bearer and Grace. And I might be able to get Plague Bearer already, right? Let me check, or is it also after the 28 guy? Plague Bearer. There it is. Grace. There it is. That's where our alterations go, right? As I told you earlier, we need alterations. There you go. I'm gonna put this here. Gonna see if I have a Plague Bearer socket. I do. I'm gonna see if I have a Grace socket, because we can't use Grace yet, right? We don't have the mana. Soon-ish we will, or at some point we will upgrade Claw, get a new skill, get a curse. Life is so much better now. Oh, and in addition, we get the mastery. So now everything is better. And everything is really nice. Control, click, reset the area. Why? Also, I forgot. God damn it. We're not 26 yet. We want to be 26, but we are 24. And I forgot at the vendor to check. Right? Let's check for 4 links. Do we find? Here's one. That's armor. We need 4 green, right? Or at least on a pure evasion base. So we can safely recolor. Again, 4 link for blue. No. It's okay. I think last time I did one of these runs. What? Oh, whatever, let's just make a new one. Last time, I think I didn't have a 4 link until I killed Gitava. Yeah, whatever. So, Plague Bearer, how does it work? You turn it on, you get a buff. And every time you deal poison damage, this buff kind of goes up, right? And then at some point, the icon is gonna change, right? You can open this again, but nothing happens. Icon, come on, change. If you dealt enough poison damage. Let's do this a bit more. Whatever, at some point it will happen. Depends a bit on density. You can also curse yellow things now, so they die so quickly. Now the icon changed to something called Plague Bearer, essentially. And if you press it now, it's gonna release like in a circle. I'm not doing anything. This is just, and now I'm doing something. So you get like additional damage, especially if this thing levels up, from this Plague Bearer thing. And it's not even linked to anything. You could probably, but it complicates sockets. And then it stops at some point and automatically goes back to the farming state. You don't need to like put it into that state again. And then at some point, it's gonna change its icon again and can use it again. So it's like an additional clear skill, which gets significantly stronger over time. If you feel like you can link it to something, I don't really do. Go rate 25. But yeah, that's why we have it. I feel like it's super helpful, especially for later high density things. So almost 26. In this case, I think I can get 26 on my way to the next thing, right? You can either go from the waypoint or directly from here. I just want to get up. And I want to kill a bunch of things on my way because I want to get closer to 26. Could also have reset the dock zone again, but it's fine. Gonna be okay. It's gonna kill a bit more. There's a blue pack. So curse it. Use our movement skill thing. Thing changed again. There's some kind of claw we can check in a bit, and we're almost 26. This is fine. Solaris Temple. I said, if you're not 24 with dogs, you can do this part first. It's totally fine to do this. And get the waypoint in here. So here it's like a game of follow the carpet. Big red carpet. Always follow the carpet. In these cases, in case it's weird, then it's just the opposite is the exit. Is it here? I think it is here. Might be here? Yeah, okay, I'm okay. I'm doing okay. It's a bit weird to explain, I find, but the carpet is kind of the key to follow. Don't leave the carpet unless it leads you into like one of these corner rooms. Which makes it hard to explain, because this is one of these cases of, like, it's always like this, but except. You're gonna get a feeling for it over time. I feel like. Apparently I don't have a feeling for it. Perfect. Ah, it's one of the corner rooms again. Okay. We're doing good. Still killing more stuff on the way. Forgetting to use Plague Bearer. God damn it. Just turn it on at some point. And here's the waypoint. So, after waypoint, go up here and make sure you take the Lapis Amulet. So now we have an amulet. Also, don't forget this, please. We can get rid of our mana thing here. So this Time on Claw is pretty good as well. 19 life, pretty nice. Attacks per second, 1.3. That's below 1.5. Nope, we remember, don't pick up Time 1. Time 1 claws. Like ever. After that, go to the sewers. We have 2 skill points right now. So we maxed out this. Now it depends a bit what you want to do. You can go down here first. Get quicker to this charisma thing. Get these things quicker, right? There's also 10 intelligence here. You can also take these here. Yeah, the the fatal toxins and 20% increased poison duration. That's what I like to do. Going down here first gives you a bit better access to intelligence, but yeah. I like to gain damage by going here first, but that's like kind of objective. The stuff here, wasting, and I take charisma late because I don't need grace that early anyway, to be fair. I don't mind so much about grace. It's cool later on, but for now I'm okay. And I'm softcore, so yeah. Open the thing, obviously. Go here, get the waypoint. So now the 28 fire dude. I forgot his name, but Gravisis or something? I don't know. You're gonna hear him. Just walk straight up, and then here he is. Super dangerous dude. Can pre-stack a bit. Ooh. Okay. Just walk around, and then he's gonna throw meteors rather soon, and that's gonna hurt like a lot. Just don't get hit too much, or have some resistance. It's also really helpful. If you don't have fire resistance here, this is really bad. Don't forget to use your curses. Don't forget to use your withering step, right? And your plague bearer, and then he's gonna die rather soon. After that, go back up. Still a bit under level time warn claws, or if you get out, we don't want them ever. So we're probably looking for a second blinder if we can. That would be cool. Can upgrade this one as well if you find a whetstone. In here, just follow the carpet again. I think it's a bit easier here. So far I'm just following the carpet. I'm not going anywhere where no carpet is. Carpet. You're fine, carpet. And in these here, see, you have to take a turn here. It's either left or right. If there's like all of these benches, yeah, and it's always the side where the carpet goes to. Like here, one side carpet, other side doesn't. So we're gonna go carpet side. Still carpet. If you don't have a reason to turn, we don't. Now we have a reason. Here's this dude. And I don't know, up. Might be wrong. I'm lost. I'm definitely lost. Somewhere here, possibly. Okay, we could have gone here right and straight up there. One of the corner pieces. And here we go. Waypoint. Illumina's level 2. Here, you're looking for stairs that go up. Like the first need to go down. I pick a direction, I hug one of the walls, and I just hope that I find, like this one is not. Still hugging the same right-hand side wall, also bad. Look for stairs that go up. Also bad. Maybe? No, also bad. Nice. Remember to actually kill things. So you level up. Be really helpful. Bad. Should be bad. No, there's stairs. Nice. Davi 26. Yeah. Should end the act with like 28 already before Dominus. A bit more. Looking for more stairs. Maybe closer to 30, 29, 30. Yes, stairs. Okay, should be one more set of stairs. Apparently not here. Oh, we have Plague Bearer again. It makes clearing a bit easier. Just so we don't have to stop to hit stuff, right? So, if you come up here, one side has 2 of these wagons, one side has only 1. Now there's an essence here, but other than that, you take the side with only 1 card, right? One side has 2 cards. The other side has 1 card and piety. So you know, it's balanced. So just pick the side that has 1 card. Let me look for a golden gate here, like golden-looking gate thing. And we can find after you. Oh, that's done. After you went through the gate, the next gate is pretty much just straight from the first one. That's what mostly true, I feel like. Oh, there it is. See? It's kind of straight. It's sometimes weird, but I feel like it's going straight seems very true. Some gem. Again, straight up from the other gate. Jump over here. Careful, lots of mobs up here. Sometimes there's like a huge amount of mobs appearing. which is terrible, because if you die outside of piety here, outside of this portal thing, you go all the way back. On the zone is a huge zone, so yeah, don't want that, right? Get Fatal Toxin soon. Piety herself. You can either pre-stack or get a recipe so you don't forget. Pre-stack some stuff against her. Activate your curse and other things. Where did she go? There she is. You might need to run from this. Depends on your gear a bit. Plague Bearer is ready. But typically we have a lot of life gained on hit. Like a lot. Which makes it... Ooh, you should hide from the ice thing. Didn't see she got the ice thing. If you ice thing, you can hide behind a pillar. Ideally you make this better than I did. I just still got hit and then... She's almost dead. Where did she go? That's another ice thing. Okay, we could just gonna ignore this. Even though it's gonna freeze us almost. And we might die. So, after her, pick the recipe. Make sure you pick up the key she just dropped. Right, this one. Don't forget about it. Identify some stuff. Sell. And buy our 4-link. Did it drop a 4-link? Any 4-link? Nope, no 4-link for us. That's okay. Here, reward. Seismic Trap. Take it. And as soon as you're 28, right, you can level it in your offhand. Make sure you actually do that. She doesn't have anything, I believe. Also don't think we need any more gems, if I'm correct. We should not. Talk to this guy. Remember him. And then we are off towards Ebony Barracks again. We need to go into the garden. Then we need to find a lab trial. And yeah, then we kill Dominus basically. It's a bit of an option there. A second. Shall you just follow the way? Then take the waypoint. So from the waypoint out, you always have, there's always like a freeway. I need some contrast here. Okay, it's always a freeway thing. One you came, one is more to the right and the other one is to the left, right? Library is to the left. The tower is to the right of your, this can come from different directions. One thing is right and right hand side essentially from where you came, and that's where you need to go. So you go in this rough direction and then you go up-ish into the woods. Somewhere up top, just middle toppy-ish, top left. You go somewhere in this direction and you find the trial. Somewhere in the woods here. That's the best I can do. Like from the waypoint, somewhere up-ish, you should find this. Recipe here. I don't think anybody needs this recipe, but get it. In this case, go here, log out. No need to use the portal there. Just log out. In case you didn't you leveled up, check again for 4-links. Go back to your garden's waypoint. Again, take the right. We came from here, it's right. And just follow the way. No matter what direction it goes. Follow the way, follow the way. Like the main path thing here. Still remember to kill stuff. Don't die to porcupines, don't kill yellow stuff. And we follow the path to our fancy tower here. It's again like a square thing. I don't think there's a rule where the entries are, but it's a smaller and smaller square. So it has 4 corners. Exit is in one of the corners every single time. Make sure we don't die here. We can just kind of look into the corners by getting somewhat close. It said in the beginning it's quite a big, so I don't think it's bottom. Ah, there it is. So see again, like here, in this case not a square, it's more like a circle actually. Because it's a tower probably, right? But you know, this is one of the corners. Here's a corner, here, and here. So it's, in this case, it's in this one. Now we are on the topish corner thing. So we're gonna move over there. You don't need to go all the way to the edge. Just a bit. Okay, we already went into the edge on accident here. So it's, I'm obviously not here. You should see it from way further away. But it's hard to judge how far your light rod is actually goes. And there it is. Still 27. Need levels, need levels. Again, we are in one corner. We check the other corner. There it is. Also kind of a burden, right? If you find stuff too quickly, you don't have anything to kill. You're gonna be underleveled. It's bad, and you're not gonna have gear because you didn't find anything. Oh yeah. Was like in a corner next to it. Same game again. Oh. There's one of these wall depth things, wall side areas. Like always, they mess with layouts. So as soon as there's a wall side area in... Oh, Sparkling Cloud might be good. Wall side area in any of your areas, they mess with the layouts massively. So if a layout is really off and really weird to you, it might be a wall side area. They changed this a lot. I don't know if other League mechanics do the same, but that one is brutal. So rooftop, we are 28, so in this case we can get increased poison duration. I think that's really helpful. I don't know how helpful it actually is this early on, but I like taking it. Here the boss itself is pretty easy, especially phase 1, but these like uniques that appear here, they are evil, some of them. Ooh, they buff each other, you don't really have resists. Could have checked resists probably before I come here. But I didn't. I'm gonna do this next. Next town, in Act 4, we're gonna take a bit care of resists and stuff like that. Ooh, there's the other one. Oh, I want this. Just make sure you move a bit, right? You don't need to get hit by everything, right? And that should be the last, and then Dominus should appear. Here, if you have some lightning resistance, I need to dodge this, obviously, like the Fest of God thing. Make sure you use your buttons, your debuff buttons, move with this. With lightning resist shouldn't be too bad. Slam, don't get slammed. Keep your curse up, keep your withering touch up. Use a flask, don't get hit. Use the stuff. Oh, we have Plague Bearer. Use it for extra DPS. Run around, don't die, don't get slammed. And then he's kinda dead. He's gonna move over there. This one bleeds you a lot, which is annoying, but we have life gained on hit, so a lot of the stuff doesn't affect us too much, basically. So we already have a Fright Claw here. High level stuff, we'll see. Okay. He appeared. We can pre-stack a bit. Also use our buttons. See, like there's corrupted blood stacking, but we're kind of fine. We have 4 corrupted blood on us. Oh no. Use a flask. And then the shield appears and we are good again. It's a very strong bleed, honestly. Really is. We also need to move a bit so it doesn't also melee us too much. Plague Bearer is up. We apply Curse. Make sure Withering Step is up. So many yellow items. I probably want some of them. Alright, take the boots and maybe the wand. And we are off to the aqueducts and essentially in Act 4 in a second. And we're gonna talk about Act 4 in the actual town when we arrive there. Whoop. Make sure you check for a 4-link, right, when you arrive at the town. We really need 4-links. And since I don't have one right now, also here it's like a very straight line. Plague Bearer is really cool here, I find. I also feel like you don't need your curse much against like normal monsters. That's typically enough to use Withering Step. These are tanky big ones. Okay, we're gonna use curse, but it's often just enough. I'm not gonna open this if it's gonna freeze me. I don't want that. It's just enough to use Withering Step alongside, right? Alongside your spells. Blue pack we probably want to kill. Small pack, still a bit underleveled. Preferring 31 roughly on the next zone. Another blue pack. Big one, like big monsters. And we are in Highgate. Let's do the initial thing we do when we arrive, right? Talk to the lady. See what we can sell. Let's look at this. This got like a lot of life. This has nothing, but our free link is in it. So I feel like I might keep this. Let's identify these two. Weird belt. It has some life. This has only strength. Let's see if we can use this actually. This has nothing. I'll get some life actually. And an open prefix and some life at least. Not really that good. Oops. The wand as well. So let's see. Can we unequip this? Yes, in terms of strength. So we just get some more life out of this. Yeah, a lot of different things. We need to upgrade our claw soon. So maybe we wait for the fried claw as our next claws. Probably will. Let's see in a second. Gonna keep this as well. So we're gonna put some of the stuff away just because our inventory is getting really full, right? So we can use this by now and level it in some kind of offhand. Let's level it here. Grace and void, yep. Just get rid of it a bit. Sort your inventory, we already have these things. And we can start moving down here. Also in terms of intelligence, we can have a look. Can we even use these claws already? We could still, we have 61. We have a lot of intelligence. Right now, basically concluding Act 3. Here's done with gems. We're gonna do a bit of Act 4 for now, and then most of your decisions are done after Act 4, and also definitely in this act we should acquire a 4-link. On Act 4, your objectives are pretty simple again. First of all, we really want to force a 4-link. We want to do everything we can to get a 4-link. That means, worst case, 2 acts vendor checking, right? Make sure you vendor check, you somehow get a 4-link. It's so helpful. Second, fix your resistance. That's really time to look into resistance checking, crafting. Gonna do that in a second. Consider rolling one of your flasks, right? If you have some currency left over, to have a bleed flask, really helpful. We have life gain on hit, but still might be helpful. And also we're gonna do our first lab as soon as we arrive at Crystal Veins. That seems to be good timing. Depends a bit how much health, how much damage we have, our upgrade status is, right? That's where we gonna consider that. So 4-link forcing, right? So check your vendor. Anything there? Nope. So next time we level up, we'll do that. You also can check for resists. We don't have too much right now. We're gonna come back to that in a second. Dried Lake. I like farming it a bit. It's a very undangerous zone, so it's not that dangerous here. Kill stuff here. I like to leave it at level 31. It's like one of these areas again where you can kill stuff with good density. And oh, there's another essence. We probably need more essences, so make sure you take them with you wherever you can, so you have enough. There's still a long way off, right? Where you need to upgrade a lot of claws. You don't want to run out of essences. Don't do that. Overall here, it's somewhere downish should be the dude. There's also the book. Also tells you again, we need to somehow get this objective done. Second life flask. That's the guy you're looking for. Right, curse him, debuff him, hit him. Ideally don't get hit by his big slam. There's the slam. Nice dodge. Boop, boop. And he's dead. Still. Oh, we get the recipe. We're 29. We want to be 31. Just look for summer stuff. Be 31 if you're not. Also really helps with like leveling up. And helps with forcing a 4-link. It's a bit annoying, I feel like this vendor checking, but honestly, it really is worth it. There's, in my opinion, not much that is more frustrating than not having a 4-link for too long and then regretting not checking the vendors. It's gonna take you a few more minutes, right, to do it. Just leveled up, all the vendors reset, right? running out of density here anyway a bit, so I'm just gonna log out. There's no shame in that. Spend your skill points, check the vendor, right? Do we have any fallings for us? Nope. I'm actually gonna go back to Act 3 and check, because it just leveled up. See if he has a falling for us.
There you go.
It's the most entertaining content ever, isn't it? People checking for fallings. There we go. Falling, evasion rating. It doesn't have 4 green, right? But it's a pure evasion base with 66 stacks. It's quite likely that we can chrome this. So I'm gonna bet on this thing, right? Also at this time, I realized I can use better flasks. That's pretty cool. Also better mana flasks. So we did this. Let's check our stash, right? How much do we have? We have only one thing for upgrading. We can buy a second one. So upgrading is definitely within reach. We have 6 chromes. So perfect. We just acquired a falling, which means we want to use it right now. Okay, let's do this. Spectral Helix, chance to poison, onslaught, and we want to get faster attacks. Now you can consider getting a second faster attacks for your whirling blades, right? Puts a bit more socket pressure and all kind of things, but yeah, something to consider. We still need a space for our skitter bots, and I feel like getting a second faster attacks. Why not? Go back to Act 2. Talk to Yenna. You can buy it earlier if you really have the currency, right? It's no big deal. It's gonna be a lower one. Still gonna help us. I don't want my seismic trap here. It's gonna be very confusing. While we are at it, we should look at our hideout and for resistances also check what kind of claws do we have. We could upgrade this one, but we already have better ones in like 2 levels, right? So I feel like we're gonna wait for this, definitely. Resistance. How much? What do we have? We need some cold and we need some lightning. Let's see where we can do this. We still have terrible gear. This is like a falling, right? So I'm not gonna throw an essence on it, right? And in worst case have nothing. I'm just gonna put cold resistance on it. Perfect. We still have some boots. They have a prefix. Above all, there's an open suffix. And we're gonna get lightning resistance on it. Also want you to note that we don't really have any gear and we're doing okay. We have like white items everywhere and we're okay, right? Don't stress out too much about getting yellow items, but you want life and you want resistance, right? So if items don't have that, don't bother like freaking out about that. Rather get something where you can craft resistance on it, or maybe craft life on it if you really need to. Also can craft something on your weapons. So we managed to do that. We actually got a falling, right? If not, every time you level up, keep checking the vendors. You're definitely gonna get a falling. We fixed our resistances. I don't really care about a bleed fast. We're gonna be okay. We have like 50 resistance, also good. Reactivate your stuff. Always open these Nico things. They can drop a divination card that gives you like a lot of alterations. This should give us significantly more damage, and the playstyle is better, right? With the faster attacks, it feels so much better to like use Spectral Helix. It's way less clunky at this point. You can still consider linking something to your Plague Bearer, actually, if you want to, right? It's entirely possible. Here, there's nothing here. You look for the exit on the first level. Still opening these. Drop the card. Goddammit. Oh, there was a whetstone. No! That's really nice about Tyty's filter, to be honest. It just talks to you. Especially with like poison builds. Like if important stuff drops behind you, it's gonna tell you. So you can go back and get it. Okay, here we're looking for a quest. You need to get the quest item here. If you don't find it and get to the end, just place a portal at the very end so you can go back as soon as you hit crystal veins. Just make sure you check like the little areas. I'm stun locked. Kill the blue pack. Where are we? Not here either. Okay, not having a good time finding the thing I need to find. Let's turn on Plague Bearer. Perfect moment, there's nothing here. I feel like it might be down there, right? Let's double check if we get close. Might just have passed it. No, we have not. Ooh, we died. No. The flying things. They can be really evil. Especially if they have echoing, which I don't think they did, but let's approach them a bit more carefully. Was the wrong way anyway. Grab this. No need to kill the unique dude. We have resists, but we are a little low on life, right? Whoopa. I don't want to deal with them. They seem dangerous. They're killing me. I don't want to die again. And we got the quest thing. If not, place a portal here and come back to the portal as soon as you find a waypoint at Crystal Veins. Another more level. One more level. Which is good. Trying to kill a bit more stuff. So we get closer to our claw upgrade. Other than that, here we're just looking for the waypoint. Here it is. Get this. We have the waypoint. Really cool. So, typically, I would go and do the lab right now. I'm a little bit low on life, which I'm unhappy about, and ideally would like another claw upgrade. So I'm gonna decide to go for the Resus Dream and the other one first. So typically I would do lab right now, ideally. Some more Fright Claws, that's the 34 ones. Yeah, if you kill enough stuff here, maybe we actually get another claw upgrade out of this. We maybe get some gear out of this. So I'm really looking for like... let me through. Looking for some gear upgrades, right? Just showed you my gear. It's like terrible, and it's kind of the point where it starts to show a bit. I'm a bit low on life. Yeah, ideally for lab, what I'm aiming for is ideally having a 4 link. 4 link is really good for lab, just in terms of damage. Was Treasure Claw one of the good ones? Possibly. Let's take it with us. Yeah, ideally having a 4 link. Rather 30-ish claws that are upgraded are really cool for this, I feel like, for lab. And 800 life is typically my border. Would like to have 800 life. As I said, I'm a bit below. I haven't upgraded claws in a while. This is absolutely the wrong way. I'm gonna loop back. So yeah, I'm not feeling too safe right now. So I'm just gonna delay it a bit. I think it's kind of important to be okay with delaying certain things if you're just not ready yet, right? Identify your problems, you kind of try to solve them. Worst case, you do lab a bit later. What lab does for us, honestly, I mean, you have options how you go about lab or what you pick first, but I'm gonna pick the blind node, as I feel like that's just such a powerful node. It helps so much with survivability that there's no way you're not gonna pick this. Alteration, probably want this. Already leveling up quite a bit. We are 32 now, which is good. It's also a bit low, right? Carefully low. We're just 5 levels below the zone. So we need to catch up a bit. Make sure we kill more stuff. There should be a boss dude here. Right, you kill the dude, but you also need to kill everything else in this cage. Right? It's like all the other cages. Cages. So for the door to open. And we are here. So, Grand Arena. That one has like an easy way for layouts. I'm gonna explain to you in a second. Get a waypoint, because why not? And then always go left. Essentially. Always go left. Here, as said, I'm a bit underleveled, so I'm actually gonna kill stuff here. Typically, you can, if you're more on point, just rush through. No need. Some more boots here. Ring, perfect. Left, 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 left. As much left as you can. Next arena. Again, kill some stuff because we can. Even though it's dangerous here. Stuff might kill you. Getting close for more 1-1 level. Want to kill things. Still not killing yellow stuff, but yeah. Again, left, left, left. As much left as you can. Whenever you can, go left. They're gonna be boss stuff in here. So I want to level up my jump first. There's like the 3 dudes. Curse them. Somehow get them together, ideally. If one of them runs away. Did we get all of them? No, we have all of them. Weird flask. Let's take it. Gouger. Interesting. Which one is this? 15 to something? That's the level 41. That's a bit early. Probably check boots. Don't want those boots. Let's pick them up. Again, as left as you can. I don't think even after these there is no option. Take more damage. Yeah, so this guy is like... He goes like immune all the time. You can just curse him, stand next to him, hit him. I'm not dealing enough damage. We do, so he goes into his face. Whenever he moves backwards, he's gonna do a move and possibly kill you. Moves back, we also move. He's gonna go invincible again. Gonna do this a few times. Make sure you have Cold Rush here, by the way. Really want Cold Rush at this guy, and you really want Fire Rush at the next guy, at the Chaos. Don't have to stand in these flying blades either, probably. Curse and debuff. I forgot to turn on my Plague Bearer, so it was not generating energy for a while. We need to be able to pick up this eye. I don't want this anyway. It's another Gouger thing. Let's identify something more. This is our 4-link, so helmets are kind of whatever right now, and we can log out. Take the quest item. Please make sure you take the quest item. And we're gonna look through our options. So we have the level 40 claws, and we have 37s, but this one has 1.3, so Treasure is a bad claw. Fright claws, 1.5. 2 of them. They actually look really good. 34, we want those, and we already have our next claws. We're not gonna use this. And I'm also 100% not replacing my 4-link right now. So, inventory is getting a bit tight, I feel like. So we want to get rid of some of the stuff here. Right, we have better gloves from earlier. I know I'm not gonna use this one, so I can destroy it as well. A bunch of Fright Claws. Let's put this in here. There's not enough inventory space right now. We already got more life, so we have 832 right now. Really good. Already way better. Check for 4-link again, if you have to, right? Still gonna do Calms first, because he's gonna give you 34, and lab is gonna be easy. So, either go in here immediately, or if you have this item, talk to her, and the item is gonna disappear, right? Inventory space. Very good. So Calm's thing is like, it's like a wavy path, right? We just moved up a bit. So we're gonna hack the upper side, upper wall, until we can move up again. Where it is. See, it's like waving back and forth. So we kind of went up a narrow thing. So I'm guessing a bit of a left turn now. Still hacking up a upper wall and forgetting to kill things. Honestly, these big dudes, these roly dudes, I don't want to mess with them. They can one-shot you pretty easily. Whetstone! So we're just gonna wave upwards. Okay, we're more on the left thing now. Turn on your Plague Bearer, makes clearing way better. We need an augment. Not here. So we're waving back and forth. We're looking for the next upwards path. There's some XP there. That was the up. So we're gonna move to the right again. Turn on Plague Bearer. I see an essence I really want. It's actually 2 essences. I don't know if this is dangerous. Probably. Fusing, very cool. Use our debuffs. Very good. There's a red beast. 100% not dealing with a red beast. Also make sure you don't die here. Please don't die here. It's... Oh god, I'm gonna die here. It's such a long way if you die there. It really is. We found a stronghold. Same thing. Wave your path again. Take this. There should be a recipe. Yeah, there it is. Still on a quest to level up one more time. We found a way up. Wavy back and forth. Ooh, got myself in a bad spot and died. Oh no. It's not gonna help with leveling up, does it? But this blue pack might help. And we try again and try not to, like, you know, put ourselves like into a corner with a bunch of monsters. Could punish them for killing us. 4 red we don't need. Nice 4 link, but not useful. Again, wavy path. Try not to get back down. It's probably not the way. We also leveled up. We do wavy things. We don't open the box. Because we don't want to die. Make sure you have your Plague Bearer back activated, right? Here, there's a thing with 20% increased effect of Wizard. Really good. So whenever we press this button, it's going to be 20% better. Curse him. Curse him probably again. We have Plague Bearer ready. Apply Withered. Run in circles. We are fine. Also these like lava spewing things, there's like 3 of these lava things and up to 2 of them fire, like these little fireballs at a time. Right, pick up the quest item. Get out of here. And I want to immediately go to Crystal Veins. Get rid of the quest item again, right? Because we're not going to do lab now. And I have no need for the quest item right now. Clear your inventory. Let's see. Does this have anything we need? It's like 9 life. Wow. Super bad. So we're not going to use this. We're not going to use that. What we can do right now is upgrade our claws. So I'm going to go to Act 3 because we need to go there anyway to open the way for the how's it called? For Labyrinth, right? So clear your inventory. What do we need? We need 2 of these redstone things. 2 rustics, so just make 2 yellow ones. So we have our upgrade material. We want to look at our claws. We thought like these fright claws are kind of cool. I'm looking for something with more sockets. Ideally, I have enough sockets right now, probably. I need 2 blue ones, which I don't have. So we have 1 thing. Nice! We made another blue socket. Good job, us. So let's upgrade them. Right. Pop, 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 pop. Perfect. We have 2 new claws. can take our old ones. So we have this pair here. Seismic Trap, why not? Let's put it somewhere. Skidder Bots and Withering Step. Let's re-equip all of this. And sell our old claws. We have pretty clean inventory. Since we're going into lab where we don't want to die, do we want to upgrade our resistance one more? Not really. I don't feel like I need to be resistance capped, but you can if you want to. I'm gonna regret this in a second when I die in lab. But yeah, just spend a bit more currency, a bit more transmutes. Go to the labyrinth, and we're gonna finish that up. So, first room, always the same. There's a website where you can chat, poelab.net, I believe. Just go up where the next exit is. Like it tells you the labyrinth layout, basically. So you just want to go into this room and then kind of up-ish here. It's always the same layout. Take like this for this second exit here, right? Let's take the exit, go top right, top right, top right, and that's where I try this. First one, always the same every single time. No need to check. After that, you can check the website, or if you don't, you just go top right and it's probably right. It's probably okay. For later labs, actually, I do check the website as well because they are way longer. Okay, pre-stack. You want to curse him as soon as you can, right? Put our Wither on it, and we need to dodge his abilities. Right, he's already phasing. You can also play the mechanics if you want to. Are these claws the correct ones? These are, yeah. You can play the abilities he has, right? He has portals or he has all kind of things. You can also check the layout here, right? So you know there are 2 exits and one's gonna leave here. Do that. But overall, Izar is not that dangerous in total. So, depending on your confidence, choose to play it safer, choose to get the Dark Shrines maybe, right? There's no shame in getting Dark Shrines. I'm still guessing top right. I have no idea if it is top right. But I see one exit here. I'm just gonna check here. Where does it lead us? This is the wrong one. So I'm just gonna think it's gonna be more top right. Is it? Maybe it's not. So let's check to the left of it. Maybe there's another exit really close. No, it might not be either. Interesting. So we need to go all the way back. There's an alchemy. Very valuable, honestly. Be careful with the traps, obviously. So we're gonna look here. It might be all the way left. If you would have checked on the website, obviously it would have been easier. But even if you don't, this is very... Can I not jump up here? Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Don't die. Here it is. It's basically one of these gauntlet things, right? There's like very dangerous traps. But we're okay. Let's see what he has next. He's gonna have these dogs, but they're not so bad if they're alive. These are a bit bad. You technically want to turn all of them off and make sure, you know, they're not turned on. Very dangerous. No, but we can also just kill him quick enough. But since I don't have fully capped elemental resistance, I don't want any of them active, right? I don't want to risk it for the last fight. Whoops. And I don't think any was active. Really good. With capped elemental resistance, I wouldn't have cared, but per statue that is on, he's gonna get like some elemental buff, and yeah, we're not gonna do that. In this case, 2 exits. Again, we don't know which one is the one that's gonna be better for us, beneficial. So we're gonna choose the one we find first. I don't think we need to go through there. Do we? Oh, we might need to, right? Ah, goddammit. Sometimes there's some of these traps you can avoid, you know, and some you just can't. Ow. You're dying. Are we dying? I don't know where to go. Fire is bad. Still guessing top right. Why can't I jump there? Okay. Again, I don't know which one is correct. This one seems to connect. Also has 2 more exits, right? So we're looking for this one, right? So we're gonna guess top right. And see if this is correct. I don't need to go here, probably. You definitely don't need these silver things or whatever. Should I give you more loot? But doesn't actually matter all that much. So, are you the trial? You are the trial. It's top right. Surprising. You can also see what buffs he has. Like he has 3 of these, but none of the second ones. You know, these elemental things. We managed. So again, we should have enough damage to pretty much phase him rather quickly. Let's see how it actually goes. He can still one-tap us, probably. So don't get hit. It's always a good idea, isn't it? Oh yeah. He lived quite a bit. Oops, picked up something weird. We are still looking for maybe better boots. That's it. So, you can open these things. Sometimes there's like a lot of currency in it. I want some 2 stone rings, maybe not a moonstone. Oh, it's probably fine. You can enchant your gloves here. I don't think this actually does anything, so I never do. In this case, we're gonna become a saboteur. Because we want to be seismic trap poison later. So we're gonna... So, what do I pick? I always pick this. This blind and 15% reduced damage from people that are blinded is so good. It's so strong, right? Alternative. You could go here. The only thing this gives you is immune to shock. We are not using traps or mines, so immune to ignite and shock, but it gives you opportunity to go lab 1, 2, and 3. Super cool, super strong into maps, but you're not gonna have the blind. So if you feel like you want to die more, yeah, then pick these 3 first. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick blind first, then pyromaniac, and then perfect crime, and this at level 75. So yeah, if I die more, probably pick this stuff. Embrace the softcore life, essentially. That essentially concludes lab, right? For us. Let's identify some of the stuff, like this one, fire damage over time multiplier, not that great. Not something we need. Let's get rid of it. This one is kind of nice, but we don't need it. How about this one has chaos res and some intelligence, so I kind of like it for the intelligence. Strength doesn't really matter, tiny bit of life, who cares? Regenerate life, who cares? No movement speed, nothing. Can use some more of these scrolls. I don't need that many portal scrolls either. So I'm gonna try to sell like 5 of them for more identifying things. And as I said, I like this for the intelligence. So what do we have most? We can get rid of, we're gonna get lightning, cold and lightning. Fire's kind of fine. These are both the same. Let's use this one. A bit low on these 2, but we're gonna be okay. Does this have space for more modifiers? It does not. And we are off again to Act 4. Let's do this. Should be pretty powerful right now. Should be pretty tanky right now. And we're gonna go towards Malachi, the good person. We already prepared this earlier, right? Maybe if you did the lab as soon as you arrived there, you would need to do Deresso and Calm now first. In that case, yeah. This is also the place where you... Ooh, there's another 4 link. Very good. This is kind of the place where you want to have a bleed flask mostly. So it's kind of dangerous. With bleeds here, you need to be aware with your flasks and hit stuff so you survive. In terms of layout, I have no idea here, honestly. And just run. I just try to find the exit. Run in circles. It's more up-ish. Up and sidewards, probably. Somehow. Let's guess more to the left, maybe. Oop. pick up this. Just go through this. I always forget my Plague Bearer. Move. Again, up and left-ish. Feels good to me. I don't know if it's actually correct. Pick up the Chaos. So you can buy stuff for it later. Ignore the dude there. The yellow. And don't die to bleeds. Whoa. A lot of yellow mobs again, which I don't really want to deal with. There's some more boots. Maybe we find finally better boots. Again, let's try like an up left-ish approach. Falling boots in wrong colors. Think about your Plague Bearer. Boots we don't need. And there we go. Up left-ish worked really well, I would say. That's Piety. She's incredibly dangerous. Stay moving and dodge her beam and dodge the little traps. I see this trap on the ground. Who's gonna start beam? Oh, yeah, she's going clockwise. Plague Bearer. Keep Curse up. Keep your Withered up. Keeping Withered up is really important, honestly. And then, yes, you cannot die. Cool. I can identify some boots. Treasure Claw. 1.3 attack speed. We do not want a Treasure Claw. This thing. No movement speed. Cannot craft any on it. We're gonna sell it. 4 link, we're gonna do something cool with it. Hopefully, maybe find a bigger essence. Maybe we can just craft something on it. Let's see. But it can replace this thing, right? Additionally to this one, which just has cold resistance.
I'm working with piety. That sounds even stranger when I say it out loud.
Okay. In the harvest, we gonna pick up the Chance Orb. Oh my god. I don't need this. So, get the waypoint. After the waypoint, I go down here. The order doesn't matter, actually. But that's the order I like to do it in. I'm gonna go to Chevron here. Make your use your stuff, right? Curse her. Don't die to lightning damage. Perfect, some slippers. I'm gonna go here and back, right? Layout is always the same. Up, then down here on the left side. Get this guy. Again, Curse, Withered. Avoid the big things he puts on the ground. Or everything he puts on the ground, because it's like degens. Think about your Withered again, because you forgot. Or I forgot. No more gloves, why not? Then you're gonna walk back here. You can also log out to like teleport back, I think. I don't know, it depends on your internet connection, I guess, or how close you are to Australia, I guess. Just gonna walk in this direction. Now we're gonna meet the evil of the 3, which is Deodra. So, whenever you meet any of versions of Deodra, do not curse her. I fucking cursed her. God damn it, I hit the wrong button. If you curse her, she's gonna eat the curse and get quicker. Also, colors on the ground. Red means you're gonna be cursed with vulnerability. Right? Purple means temporal chains, and the green one is enfeeble. Right? So if you stand in the red, you're gonna take so much more damage, but you also deal full damage, right? If you're in purple, you're gonna move so slow that you will deal almost no damage. Bad, right? If you're in the green, you don't deal much damage, but in the red, right, you deal full damage. But you're also kind of vulnerable to her attacks, so you can get one shot. So, I mean, the solution is never purple. If you want to play it safe, stay in the green. If you want to kill her quicker, at the cost of some risk, stand in the red. And absolutely never stand in multiple ones. That's like the worst you can do. Yeah. After that, you got all 3 of them, talk to her. You have these organs. And then, yeah, you can talk to her. You can go here. More intelligence. I'm gonna wait for Malachi to appear. We're gonna fight Malachi, then he's gonna be invincible. We fight her, fight Malachi, fight her, and then the spiky anus is gonna open. Yeah. So obvious can do a bit pre-stacking. Activate your things. You can curse him, just don't curse the Audra. She's gonna eat them. Eat the curses. Don't do the bad thing. Pre-stack here. Curse. Dead. Definitely at a phase currently where we have a lot of damage comparatively, I feel like. Stuff's dying very quickly. Feel very safe. Dodge the slam. Get him to 50%. He is. Just gonna scream again. Curse. Withered. Killer. Don't die. Right. You can somehow, if you go all the way here, you can like make the animation shorter, right? If they are not on screen, there's like an animation cancel, I believe at least, or at least it was the case. I'm not even sure if it still works, but I always do it. In this case, this is really good if he does that. He's 75% already anyway, but he sometimes has a teleport slam. That's really dangerous about him. Kill the organ. Next one is gonna be the bottom organ. Curse, withered, and 50%. He does this thing. Curse, withered. Almost dead. Next one is the top one. After the top one, there's gonna be a degen, so cursed, withered. There's gonna be a degen on the ground that follows you, and that's really annoying. Are we already here? So you kind of curse, withered. Oops, I want to die there. Organ died. I want to lure him away from the degen, maybe. No? Okay. Curse, withered. Plague Bearer. Let's just stand in it and pray. Perfect. Can sell this. After he died, log out. And you essentially managed to do Act 4. Just so we don't forget, on the way out, or a bit earlier actually, you can grab a skill point here. Don't forget the skill point from this dude. That's the one we got back into the mines, right? Where we searched for the quest item in the mines. That's what you get. So here, selling, like always, right? Just identify the things that might be good. We have more life here, so it's the only thing we care about. We have a ton of life here, and we do have space for movement speed. So this would give us life, intelligence, and movement speed. So I really like it. It's level 40, but I'm gonna wait for that. It gives us movement speed because we can craft it on it, right? That's what I mean by that. Not better, not better. We already determined not better. We need to identify this so we get actually some alchemy shards out of it. I would like to do something with this item. Let's see on terms of essences. What's the highest one we have? For armor, it's like reflect, so that's really bad. We have 1 alchemy. I'm gonna risk it because I already have a 4-link. I mean, slightly better. I mean, it's better than this for sure. So we're just gonna have a backup 4-link. So now if you find a cool hat, right, we can replace it. And that's kind of cool. So level 40 boots. Let's put them here so we see them. And we remember that we got some boots. What did we get here? Another claw. We already have fried claw, so we don't need this one either. And this is gonna be level 40 as well. So at level 40, we can do claws and this stuff if we want to. These are 150s. Seems pretty nice. Which, in this case, we can already go here, concludes Act 4. Not only Act 4, it actually concludes the entire guide. I think it's a good point to stop. Everything after this is essentially just running. There's no more gem swaps. We keep upgrading our claws, right? Make sure you stay resistance cap, prepare for the resistance minus stuff. Make sure to check out the guide. There's some more notes for the each act, even though there's not much happening, especially towards the end. There's some notes regarding how I would do some heisting, not like infinite heist forever, but when starting in Act 8, picking up contracts at the Rogue Harbor, preparing. It's more like a league study kind of thing that's in the league start guide. Once again, if you want to do this, check out the league start guide to at least to grab the PUB. That's where it's going to be. It's going to sit and live and be updated there. And in the written notes, you should have enough information and also progression essentially to get towards the end. You will potentially run into some issues with intelligence, depending how you spend your points and in what order. Just look a bit forward in the trees. And then you see when you will get intelligence, and maybe you need to wait a few levels until you can upgrade to the next claw, because the int requirements go pretty steep there. So don't worry if you like have a new claw and you have the level requirement, but you're missing int, don't panic. That's fine. You're gonna be able to pick it up real quick, or rather soon. Maybe spend a point more or a bit earlier towards intelligence. As said, grab the POB. Come back to that video to grab an updated POB. That's the best way I know how to keep it in one place and update it continuously. And I hope this was useful overall. I hope this is a better approach than the really long videos that are just essentially just demonstration. Maybe just before League start, I do another one of the pure demonstration 10 acts things. But it depends a bit on my mood and how much testing I need to do and how patch notes turn out to be. Might be a bit more of an unlisted video, then we will see. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye.